Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1. We are here tonight for some Category 1 racing action around all states and villages.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning all. And this is just the beginning. I need a big change, only feels like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things. But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1.
He goes oh my goodness!
Gee, she went wide.
Oh, he's run wide and goes dead!
Oh my!
Oh no! No! You can't do that!
You see that steering wheel? Oh, that hurts.
Fuzzy is somehow keeping it on the track surface! It's a spectacular drive, and he will take his first win in the top flight of Sector 1.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs. Welcome back to Sector 1 Sim Racing Season 12, the Legacy Race Series. We have had a couple of weeks off, and I hope that everybody has had a very enjoyable and restful break, but we are straight back into it here at Sainte-Croix in the baguette-eating region of Le France. We are here for Category 1, and we're going to kick off tonight with Category 1B. Joining me tonight, by the way, my name is Carbon Boy, if you did not recognize my voice. And joining me in the comms box tonight is none other than Mr. Renegade. How are we this evening?
I'm feeling very well. Thanks for inviting me back in the comms box again. I'm quite looking forward to a action-packed race tonight.
Absolutely. It has been a very spicy looking practice lobby tonight, where we have been observing the Category 1B guys dropping some very interesting lap times, and I do sense that I am detecting a little bit of the old sandbagging going on. A couple of guys maybe not showing their true pace, but that shall remain to be seen. So what I'm thinking is we're going to take a quick look at the points so far this season after 2 rounds. So what we have here is Category 1B currently leading the way for Lightning Motorsport. The TO himself, Mr. Stickers, currently on 70 points. Not that far behind in second place is Kiwi Matt from Black Rose Racing on 51.5, with a half a point lead over Evil Evo from the Doghouse Motorsport stable. Now in the Chevrolet Camaro, he is looking to be very, very threatening for some good points tonight, so definitely one to keep an eye on. Lurking in the background in P4 on 42.5 points is the Dadson Racing team owner Dadson, the prospector himself. Then we've got his teammate Warbo in P5, only 2 points behind. And lurking in P6, we've got Big J from Lightning Motorsport on 39 points, followed by the Kraken Esports team owner, Mr. Bumcrack, on 35.5 points. He is half a point up on your boy Danico from Hoon Corp in P8. Got D Reed from Doghouse Motorsports in P9 on 33.5. A boy Bagum coming back after missing round 1 in P10 for Black Rose on 26 points. Giffo, unfortunately, is not going to be with us tonight. It is his birthday weekend, so a big happy birthday to Mr. Giffo, the Jamco Racing team owner. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend, and it's a bit unfortunate that you couldn't be with us tonight, but obviously celebrating your laps around the sun takes a little bit of priority. In P12 at the moment for CP Motorsports is a Baker Boy on 18 points, but having seen him in some practice lobbies earlier this afternoon, he is definitely one to keep an eye on tonight. There has been no sign of Budsy from Hyperdrive SimSport tonight in the lone Aston Martin, so hopefully he can make it onto the grid. And joining us after missing around earlier this season is Mr. Armans from Hoon Corp Esports in the Mercedes. So very, very pleasing to see him back on the grid tonight. We'll just take a quick look as well at the track map here at Circuit de Sainte-Croix, aka Sainte Croix. And I promised I would get that out of the way, so that's it nice and early. So here we go. It is a touch over 7 kilometre long circuit. There's 14 official corners. We are running a 2 times tyre usage, a 3 times fuel usage, and we have a refuel rate of 4 litres a second. Now this is our short enduro format, so it will be a 60-minute race, and the available tyre compounds are of course the soft and the medium. Now there's multiple strategies at play here. You could do a single stop, which would obviously require the medium tyres. That would be quite brave to do, having seen the lap times and the tyre wear that has been going on tonight. I think the popular strategy is going to be the 2 stop with the triple medium. The single stop is for the brave. And depending on how your tyre wear and your fuel usage goes, you could also drop a 2-stopper, but you could throw a soft tyre compound into the mix as well. So it will be very interesting, I think, to see who does what here at Sainte Croix this evening. Now Sainte Croix obviously with a very rich history here at Sector 1, and back in the Thrill House days early on we had some very commendable battles. As I've gone back through YouTube and had a little bit of a watch of some of the earlier races here, we've got a very, very great battle with a Knuckles, a Brocky and a Tarmac Terry. Which is worthy of a mention. Now 2 out of those 3 drivers will not be on the grid tonight, but we do have a Brocky lining up on the grid later on tonight in category 1A, so definitely worth a look back up in the Sector 1 archives. But what do you think we push that big multicoloured button, Renegade, and we get qualifying underway?
Yeah, for some reason they've left it in the French colours for me.
Oh, red, white and blue.
And I've just noticed up on the stream as well as we get started, the points that you had up on screen was the season 11.
I beg to differ, but
You were calling out points and I was looking at the names and they weren't what you were reading out.
oh,
Anyway,
for crying out loud, moving on.
we got first out on track. That's out first on track. Through the outlap.
Alrighty, thanks to a Box of Beauty. First out on track in the gorgeous Bacchus Brewery's gold and black sponsored Corvette is the Dadson Racing team owner, Dadson himself. Closely followed by the very striking green tinted version of the Doghouse Racing Corvette from Evil Evo. Followed by a little bit more of the bright green of Big J from Lightning Motorsport in the Lightning Motorsport SLS McLaren. A little bit further back is a darker green of the Big Rock Brewery sponsored Mercedes of Mr. Bumcrack, who has been overtaken by Kiwi Matt from Black Rose Racing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Kiwi Matt from Black Rose is definitely a driver to keep an eye on tonight. I was watching him in some practice lobbies this afternoon, and while he does not have the absolute one-lap outright pace, he is definitely someone to watch in terms of race pace. So I would not be surprised to see him finishing in the podium position tonight. Also someone who I would not be too afraid to see outside of the top 5 is Mr. Danico from Hooncorp. He's been looking very, very steady in terms of pace tonight.
Not showing any bias to my teammates, but yeah, he's been looking very quick, and hope to see him up in the podium tonight.
Rightio, so thank you to the YouTube chat for pointing out the error in the points. I thought I had everything up and running correctly. As it turns out, I did not, so that should be a little bit better. I shall run over the points in the next race. So thank you very much, Mr. Superfun, for pointing out the comms box issues. So currently in P7 is Mr. Boybagum from Black Rose in the Jag. And lurking just behind him is the current Category 1B points leader, Stickers. He is definitely worth keeping an eye on tonight. He's not going to be a slouch by any means. A little bit further back, we've got the Dadson Racing teammate of Awardos. And it is worth mentioning tonight that both of the Dadson Racing team drivers have decided to play their Joker card here. Now, for all of our audience at home, the Joker card is basically a means to double your potential points. So you can play the Joker card and potentially double your finishing points. So it can be a way to either gain an advantage or to make up for missing a round. Now obviously you need to have a decent result to take advantage of doubling said points. So obviously the Dadson guys have some confidence in their car setup here at St. Croix tonight, so worth keeping an eye on, as Evil Evo tops our timesheets at the moment with a 210.3, and holy, yep, that is
That's maybe before 9 o'clock.
yeah, that's definitely up there in terms of some fast times. I was watching some practice lobbies this afternoon, and low 211s were sort of the norm being set, but I kind of get the feeling everyone was sandbagging a little bit, because at the moment the top 5 have set sub 211 times.
I have no word.
Currently Evil Evo on pole with a 210.3, Kiwi Matt with a 210.4, Baker Boy third with a 210.7. A little bit higher 210.7 is Wardos. And then we've got D Reed in P5 for the Doghouse Boys with a 210.8. And just outside of that is our boy Stickus McQueen, P6 with a 210 flat. Sorry, 211 flat.
The top 9 so far are all within 1 second.
That is a very small blanket to throw over a large amount of drivers.
Pit stop, that's coming in. Kiwi Matt. Lots of activity in the pits.
Interesting. So basically the majority of the drivers have decided to set a hot lap and pull the pin at the end of lap 3, call it quits, and come in for a fresh set of tyres. How many of them are going to take some fuel on? Stickers looks like he's picked up a half-second penalty. But if you're going to have a half-second penalty, your pit out lap is probably the time to have it. So not the end of the world there. Denico in P7 at the moment. Little bit of support in the YouTube chat from Foul Park for Mr. Bumcrack and Kiwi Matt. Don't forget everyone, smash that like button, hit the subscribe, you know the deal. It's a little bit lower on the order than I was expecting is Mr. Boybergoon, currently sitting in P8. On his outlap at the moment. Also worth noting that playing his Joker card tonight, Datsun is currently in P9.
Kiwi Matt better start his new flying lap.
Pretty much the entire field are on the outlap at the moment, so not really a whole lot worth mentioning.
People working in the background behind Kiwi Matt.
He's got an eye on D Reed at the moment. He's in P5, but he does have Baker Boy hot on his heels in the slipstream, so not sure if this is going to be a help or a hindrance for Baker Boy. Might just keep an eye on them for the end of the first sector and see how he's getting along.
Kiwi Matt. Purple sector into the first time split, almost by 2/10.
I think this might be a bit of a hindrance for Baker Boy. He's nearly 3/10 down on his best time. So we'll check back in with Kiwi Matt coming over the bridge. He is a couple of tenths purple. He's only 800ths behind Evil Evo at this point in time, so if he can link this lap together, it is final lap, so this is the last lap that everyone's going to get for qualifying. Mr. Kiwi Matt for Black Rose Racing has the opportunity to snatch pole away from Doghouse. He is nearly 4 tenths up. This is a very quick lap. But he does have Evil Evo in hot pursuit. So Evil Evo is behind him physically on track. He's in front of him in terms of the timesheets. Alright, we'll check back into Evil Evo. Oh, Evil Evo's purple as well. He's not as purple as Kiwi Matt, so it's everything to play for here in the last couple of corners. This last corner here at Sainte-Croix B is an absolute, I can't say that word because it's not 9 o'clock, but fair to say I don't like it. Kiwi Matt goes to the top with a 210.2. Evil Evo can't quite match it. He's got a 210.384. Does improve on his time, but he is just that absolute fraction behind Kiwi Matt. Baker Boy, he's had a bit of a horror run.
Oh.
Datsun up to P4 with an absolute clutch lap on lap 5. Thank you very much, he says. I will have that. I will have that position. As we will have a very quick recap here of our qualifying results. Thank you to Adelaide Ceramic Coatings. We have the absolute clutch of clutch laps. We have Mr. Bumcrack slotting into pole position with a 210.206 in the absolute dying seconds of that qualifying session. We love to see it. Well, you love to see it unless you're a Black Rose driver, then you probably don't like it that much. But being knocked back to second on the grid is Kiwi Matt for Black Rose. On the second row of the grid, we've got occupied by the two Corvettes of Evil Evo from Doghouse and Datsun from Datsun Racing. The third row of the grid is Mr. Baker Boy from CP Motorsports in the Mercedes SLS and Warbo from Datsun Racing in the Corvette. Behind them in row 4 is the Corvette from Doghouse driven by Mr. D. Reed, and the Jag from Black Rose driven by Mr. Boy Bagum, who's managed to get himself back into a reasonable position. A little bit lower down on the grid than I would have imagined, but definitely don't write him out of the race tonight is the Lightning Motorsport team owner, Mr. Stickers in the Mercedes SLS, with the Mercedes SLS from Hooncorp by Mr. Danico in P10. Then you've got, well, it's basically a carbon copy of the row before them, except the other drivers for Lightning Motorsport being Big J and LP Almonds from Hooncorp in P11 and P12 respectively. Rightio, ladies and gentlemen, chuck in your drivers top 3 into the YouTube chat if you would be so kind. I am quite curious to see as to who you think might take out the podium here tonight. Well, that was a very surprising qualifying, I'm not gonna lie. What are your thoughts there, Renegade?
Mr. Bumcrack, our local plumber, pulling out, as you said before, the clutch laps of all clutch laps on his final lap to snatch the pole. A few drivers lower than what I would have thought as well, given how I saw them how I was watching them in practice with some of the times and whatnot. But
oh yes,
it's a long race.
Mr. Bumcrack has definitely pulled out the maxi flex right there. Now, if you know, you know. And if you don't, that comment will have absolutely no meaning. Good evening, Deborah Fish. It's a pleasure as always to have you with us. Thank you for firing in the chat. Yes, there is a lot of wow going on, absolutely. Yeah, I think Mr. Bumcrack's probably even surprised himself at this stage with his pole position, but he will happily take that extra point, I would imagine. So, Mr. Renegade, whenever you are ready, let us kick off this race.
Okay, here we go.
Rightio.
Do you know how Mr. Bumcrack's feeling after doing the same thing myself last round?
I reckon there's a lot of nerves going on right now. As we have all the drivers on the grid, we are lining up here for a 60-minute race around Sainte-Croix B. 4 lights, 5 lights, and the hammer has been dropped. All 12 drivers off nice and cleanly. It is a very rapid start. Kiwi Matt has gotten an absolute blinder. Mr. Bumcrack has had a little bit of a... He's been a little bit lethargic off the grid. He's dropped back to P2. He is under fire right now from Evil Evo, as Kiwi Matt has gotten an absolute spanker of a start. He is gone.
We have an accident in turn 1. I think I've got a few cars involved.
Rightio, let me know if we need a safety car. Right, we have a safety car being called, ladies and gentlemen. Rightio, so this is a very new thing that so far this season everybody has been very, very well behaved and very good at adhering to, is our virtual safety car. So if there is an incident on lap 1 involving 2 to 3 cars, it basically involves the entire field slowing up to 80 kilometers an hour, and it allows the drivers who had a bit of a whoopsie early on in the first lap to catch back up to the back of the grid. Now, they may have lost positions, yes, but they're not 30 seconds off the back of the grid and have no chance of catching up for the rest of the night. So it kind of ruins their night of racing. At least this way, with the safety car, they can get back to the pack and they've at least got a chance of getting back into the top 10. Especially with a reduced grid that we have here tonight with only 12 drivers. So
Fortunately, 2 of the drivers involved were Mr. Warber and Mr. Stickers.
oh dear, that is yeah, look, we're just gonna leave everything like that up to the stewards. We are just the commentary team. We don't touch that kind of stuff. So it's all very well behaved at the moment, with Kiwi Matt leading the procession down the back straight here at Sainte-Croix. Mr. Bumcrack in P2, Evil Evo P3, Dadson P4, Baker Boy P5. Tell you what, that is a very spicy top 5. You've got Boy Begum in P6, Big J P7. Tell you what, I would, if I was in that top 8 right now, I would be very, very nervous, because that is a very, very solid caliber of driver right there.
Drivers have been informed, going green after final turn.
Rightio, so ladies and gentlemen, back at home, the drivers get the nod that they are allowed to go green after the final turn, before the timing line, but it is up to the race leader as to when that happens. So everyone behind them has to wait until they go. And also worth noting that it is to be single file until after the apex of turn 1. So no hero dive bombs, send it down the inside at turn 1 after a restart. Thank you very much. No, we will not be doing that. So we've just had a couple of comments fired into the chat from Rocky. Reckons it's going to be an Evil Bumcrack Kiwi podium. Mr. Madrick, pleasure to have you here. It was a pleasure racing against you last round. You made me sweat almost as much as I've ever had to sweat before. He reckons Kiwi Matt, Bumcrack, Evil Evo, podium. Deborah Fish was a little bit late. She was watching the cycling. Look, I'm gonna leave that alone, as we are back to full send racing right now here at Sainte-Croix. And I need to get this safety car graphic off the stream, which I am not entirely sure. There we go, it is gone. We are back to full send, so Kiwi Matt has taken the opportunity. He is 1.2 seconds to the good. Mr. Bumcrack still has Evil Evo here for company. Dadson in P4. Those top 4 drivers have managed to establish a little bit of a break. Mr. Baker Boy, all sorts of sketchy sideways stuff onto the bridge. But he has managed to keep Boy Bagum at bay at the moment. Always there's been a little bit of movement further back. Danico has managed to take Big J in the braking zone coming off the bridge. He's picked up P7. This is not the super long back straight of a Sainte-Croix. Oh, is it C? Oh, it's the other layout.
One of them.
It's one of the many. There's a lot of side-by-side action going on as
Saw a little bit of dust. Through Klein though.
D. Reed is looking to make some moves here. He's up into P8. He's gone past Big J. He's gotten himself up into P8. He wants to start chasing down Danico. He's got himself a little bit of clear air now. It's a fairly clean procession actually up front. Kiwi Matt is nearly 2 seconds to the good. He is absolutely skipping off, buggering off, and yeah, he wants to find himself some clear air and go away. Mr. Bumcrack's had a bit of a moment. He's dropped back to P4. He's had a little bit of a whoopsie. He's lost positions to Evil Evo and Dadson, and he is now finding himself under fire from a fellow Mercedes SLS of a Baker Boy from CP Motorsports. I'd say Mr. Bumcrack needs to flex to the maxi about now. God, that was
Striking blue on the CP Motorsports car too, I might add.
yes, the CP retro livery for the entire round. Now it's a 60-minute race here at Sainte-Croix tonight, so while we are on lap 3, I would anticipate it's probably going to be a 27 lap race-ish tonight. So plenty of time. And I've seen a variety of tyre scenarios as well. Some guys are getting 12 to 13 laps out of a set of tyres. Some are only getting 8 to 9, depending on the car and the tune, obviously, as well as the driver behaviour.
I can confirm we have all drivers on the same compound of tyre at the moment as well.
I'm gonna hazard a guess that that is the racing medium compound. Excellent, yes. In my limited amount of testing, I have not anticipated that anybody would be starting on the racing soft.
Very brave choice if they do.
I mean, it's a great tyre. You're up to 3 seconds a lap faster. You're also going to be 4 to 5 laps less on track with that compound. So Mr. Bumcrack has relinquished that position to a Baker Boy. Down to P5. Check back in. Mr. Kiwi Matt setting purple sectors at the moment. 2.2 seconds to the good over Evil Evo, who is 1.2 seconds up on Dadson in P3. Baker Boy doing his initial D impersonation through that second sector. It looks like a very fast but unstable tune on that Mercedes from CP Motorsports. So, I mean, if it works for you, go for it.
Kiwi Matt over 2 tenths up.
Just quietly, Boy Bagoom up to P5. He's having a very, very solid drive here tonight. Mr. Bumcrack in P6. He's having to fend off Danico at the moment. Your teammate. As they go side by side down the back straight, Mr. Danico sends it the inside of the right-hander. Picks up P6. Takes that off Mr. Bumcrack. Says, thank you very much. I will have that.
Very nice move. Had that well positioned coming onto the back straight.
100%. Now Mr. Bumcrack is going to find himself under fire from D. Reed from Doghouse. That Corvette is an absolute missile in a straight line. Or as Bumcrack is all sorts of sideways, manages to gather it up. That does lose him a couple of tenths as they come around that absolute bugger of a final right-hander onto the main straight. D. Reed looks to the inside. Is he doing a Craig Lowndes and showing the nose? Yeah, he's just saying, hello mate, I'm here. How you going? And not to be outdone, we've got Stickers here, currently in P9. He's lurking in the background.
Doing well to come back up through after his unfortunate mishap on lap 1.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, just picked up on a slight position change. Mr. Bumcrack gets overtaken by D. Reed. So Bumcrack has dropped down to P8. It's not going well at all after qualifying on pole in the clutch seconds of qualifying. Down to P8.
Race setup on the car. Like this qualifying setup. If they hit the S2.
You guys run different setups? News to me. I have the one setup, and it's drive fast, don't crash, don't have a skill issue. That's basically it. As Mr. Stickers pokes a nose up the inside, says thank you very much, I will have that, moves himself up into P8. So it's a great qualifying run for the plumber, but the actual race run not going well. It's been all backwards for him so far. 5 laps he's dropped from P1 back to P9. Not good at all, but it might be the long game for the plumber.
Someone had a little rub the wall back there and pick out who it was.
So after 6 laps we have Kiwi Matt in pole position, and what do you say we kick to an APR tyre and fuel update so we can see what's going on in terms of tyre and fuel?
We'll mainly concentrate on the left-hand front at the moment. That's the one that seems to be copping a lot of the abuse.
Absolutely.
Kiwi Matt doing well. Probably about 10 to 15%. On his left front. That's usage for everyone out there as well, so we're not confused. Evil second, tyre wear is pretty much the same as Kiwi Matt up front. Going through the field, they're all pretty much the same. At the moment, it looks like the Nika's the best usage so far on the right front tyre in 6th place. On the left front, I mean. As well as Mr. Stickers, who is now up into P8. Warbo appears to be the worst. He's used about 20% of his front left. P10. LP Harmon's used a little bit more, maybe about 25%. Big J, about 20-25%. As for fuel, they're all pretty much got about around the half a tank of fuel left.
So in terms of fuel, everyone's fairly even.
Except for Mr. Bumcrack, he's actually got more than anyone at the moment.
Rightio.
He's got just over half, well over half a tank left.
So thank you for APR Automotive. You are in safe hands for that fuel and tyre update. Now, here's a big surprise to me, is Big J currently in P12. I was not expecting that to be the scenario. Has he had a bit of a whoopsie somewhere?
I would say he has. He's 12 seconds behind Hooncorp driver Armand's in 11th place. So
I'm just looking at lap 4. He's done a 2:29, whereas the rest of the laps are like around the 2:13. So yeah, he's definitely had a moment on lap 4. Things have not gone well, but full credit to him for continuing, because he is a fair way off the back of the pack, but he is still going, so definitely commendation to him. Kiwi Matt currently in P1. He is 2.2 seconds up on Evil Evo, who is using all of the track. And that gap back to Dadson in P3 has not gone down at all. It is still hovering at about the 1.2, 1.3 second range. Now, while I wouldn't go as far as calling them sister teams, I have definitely seen a lot of cooperation between the Doghouse and the Dadson teams this season. So while they might practice together and communicate with each other, they are still definitely opponents, not allies. So definitely a battle to keep an eye on here with Evil Evo and Dadson. Baker Boy having a very strong run here tonight. He is 2.5 seconds off the back of Dadson, but he is managing to put 2 seconds up on Boy Bagum, who is in P5. So definitely a solid run from Boy Bagum here tonight.
nice healthy gap the Nico's got over the car, over Stickers behind, who's now up into P7.
Danico, he is currently in P6. He's 2.6 seconds behind Boy Bagum, but he is also 2.6 seconds up on Stickers. So Mr. Bumcrack has unfortunately dropped back to P9 behind D. Reed from the Doghouse Racing Corvette. So it's not... Oh, there's a lot of sideways action there from... That was Stickers getting all sorts of crossed up through the second sector. Now he's got a Doghouse Corvette and a Bumcrack SLS behind him. There's a few positions swapping.
Bumcrack picks himself back up to P8.
I think Mr. Stickers got away with murder there. He was very, very lucky to not lose 2 positions. As D. Reed looks down the inside, coming off the bridge into the left-hander, into the braking zone. Thank you very much, I'll have that, he says. And just quietly, there's a Wardos in P10 at the moment. Remembering that Wardos and Dadson are playing their Joker card tonight, so Wardos needs everything he can get at the moment. He's in P10, whereas his team owner and teammate is currently in P3. So that Joker card is definitely going to pay off for Dadson if he can hold his current position.
Looking up the inside. Wasn't quite up far enough.
I've just had a comment in the YouTube chat of a bum crack is a one-stopping. Okay. Alright. I would be very, very interested to see that. So that does throw a spanner in the works, because if all of it, let's just assume that everyone other than Bumcrack is going to be doing a two-stop. So they're going to be pitting at the end of this lap, being lap 9, hypothetically. So Bumcrack will continue driving to his number until lap 14 or lap 13 or lap 14. Whereas everyone else is going to be doing a 9-lap stint. I have been informed that here at St. Croix it is a rather short transit time in terms of getting to your pit bay. So it does make a two-stop viable as well as a one-stop, but I do feel that the one-stop needs to be very, very carefully managed. Of course, it could also be the YouTube chat just messing with my head, so who knows? But definitely.
His fuel, the one-stop looks on. He's got just under half a tank, and everyone else at the moment is pushing a quarter of a tank or less.
How are Mr. Bumcrack's tyres compared to everyone else? Give or take.
They're looking the best.
Right, so the possibility of Mr. Bumcrack doing a one-stop is actually quite viable. Here we go. Evil Evo is into the pits at the end of lap 9, along with Dadson. There is 1% fuel between them, so absolutely nothing. Kiwi Mac goes around again. Baker Boy goes around again. Danico with a massive fuel save with 25% still in the tank into the pits. He is going to make up quite an amount of time on this pit stop. We've got pretty much everyone from P4 down into the... Oh, sorry, P7 down into the pits. So Baker Boy finds himself back up into P2, Boy Bagum into P3, D Reed into P4. Mr. Renegade, could I get a fuel and tyre check on Boy Bagum and D Reed, please? P3, P4. I kind of want to know what's going on with those two.
They're very similar on tyre wear. And probably around the 40% mark.
As in, they've got 40% left?
Used.
Ah, okay, so they got 60% left, so...
Yes.
Potentially, Boy Bagum and D Reed could be doing a single stop.
And then you have the resident plumber, whose tyres are even better, around the 35 to 40% worn.
Rightio, so Mr. Bumcrack is currently 2 seconds off the back of D Reed. Who's got the better fuel scenario, Reed or Bumcrack?
Definitely Mr. Bumcrack.
Right.
Reedy's on, his fuel light's flashing.
Okay, so Reed's going to be in at the end of this lap whether he likes it or not. That is
Find a way to push one more lap.
that's not negotiable. If you're on the fuel light, it's not going to happen.
Kiwi Matt, Baker Boy in here.
Alright, so Boy Bagoom inherits the race lead, so we'll give him a little bit of TV time. How's he looking for fuel and tyres?
Just, I'm going to say just, I mean a fraction under a quarter of a tank of fuel. And he's probably used about 45% of his front right.
Okay, so I don't think Boy Bagoom's going to do a single stop. I think he's going to do a 2-stop. But I have the feeling he's going to throw in a soft compound somewhere in the mix. And to be honest, I reckon he's going to throw in a soft compound in this middle stint. So when he pits, he's... Alright, I'll place the bet with the YouTube chat right now. I'll bet the YouTube chat a beer that Mr. Boy Bagoom does a 2-stop with a soft compound in the middle stint.
Gap over the plumber. Gets a little bit of a tail wiggle coming out off the bridge.
This is the part I love about our enduro / short enduro race format, is the different strategies and different ways of attacking the race coming out to play, because it was only 2 laps ago that Mr. Bumcrack was in P9 and now we see him at P2 on the road. So as a driver you can't, I mean as a driver, where you are on the road greatly affects your mentality. Like, you're either really, really happy, you're really positive, it's like, yes, I can do this, yep, it's cool. Or you're driving with the mentality of, oh, I'm screwed, I'm stuffed. That's the really hard part to overcome, is driving
between the two.
Is driving a different knowing you're driving a different strategy to the other drivers around you and going, yeah, you know what? I started in pole, I'm now at P9. Fast forward a couple of laps, he's in P2.
Exactly right.
So as we are nearly 27 minutes into this 60-minute race, it's as the driver, you've got to just have a little bit of faith in what you're doing, knowing what you've got the car set up for and what you've practiced for, and also kind of crossing your fingers and hope it works. It's a little bit of a convergence of strategies at the moment. We've got quite a bit of spread amongst our drivers. I do have a feeling that will come back once once Mr. Boy Bagoom and Mr. Bumcrack have pitted. I do feel that will bring the field back to a little bit more of a relative perspective. Speaking of relative perspective, we've got Dadson P5 being chased down by Baker Boy P6. This is actually a genuine battle for position on track. I do love that beautiful Bacchus Brewery's livery. The gold and the black from Dadson.
It does suit the format too, it's very nice.
I did receive a lovely delivery from Bacchus Breweries earlier this week. Some of their very special beers, which I shall be saving for the off chance that I ever get a podium again here in Sector 1. Have picked up a couple of their special beers, one of which being the Pete Dreams, which happens to be 18%, which which is 5.4% per can. So that is definitely one that is going to be saved for a special occasion. As we have Boy Bagum into the pits at the end of lap 12. So let's have a look at him.
Keep an eye on that.
I definitely want to see what compound of tyres he puts on, because this may cost me a beer. He has brimmed the tank, and he has chucked on some mediums. Okay.
You may have just lost the bet.
Well, no. I did say he's going to run a soft compound stint.
In the middle.
Shush.
I'm sorry.
Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story. But, speaking of a good story, Mr. Maxi Flex himself. Let's get out there. Mr. Bumcrack. Currently P1. He is 10 seconds to the good. We'll give him a little bit of TV time, as he appears to be Mr. Alt Strategy himself, running a single stop here tonight at St. Croix. How will this work out for him? As he's got Kiwi Matt just under 10 seconds behind him, chasing him down. That gap between Evil Evo and Dadson is 1.1, 1.4. It's been that same gap for the last 10 laps. Let's just look. It's not going anywhere, but what is going somewhere is Mr. Baker Boy. He is finding himself right up the back of Dadson right now. He is only 0.9 of a second off the back of the Dadson Racing Corvette.
Bumcrackers as well. When he qualified on pole, everyone was right there with him. As he goes around to do another lap, he's got a 9-second gap this time. So hopefully, you think he may not end up down in 9s when he comes back out. He may end up a bit higher up the field. Purple on his current lap.
So I guess the question is, for me right now, is when is Mr. Bumcrack going to pull it into the pits?
He will be in this lap.
Is the flashing fuel light a serious indicator of that?
Very much so.
Rightio.
I was actually surprised he didn't pull in last lap, because it was flashing not long before the end of the lap, so he managed to pull out another lap. So he will definitely be in.
Alright, so end of lap 14. Now, given that the race is scheduled to be roughly 29 laps, can he pull out 15 laps in the second stint? That is the key question, I think.
14 laps in 33 minutes, so...
Oh, okay. So it might just be a 28 lap race.
Probably by the time he comes out of the pits, maybe about 25, 26 minutes remaining.
Alright, so Bumcrack
About a 12.
in the pits, 1% left. Smell of an oily rag. Kiwi Matt re-inherits the lead. But bear in mind that Kiwi Matt is running a 2-stop strategy, so he will be into the pits, I would hazard a guess, in 4 laps time. So we're at the start of lap 15. I say he will be in at the end of lap 18. And he is currently 6 seconds up on Evil Evo, which is a monumental effort. I mean, Evil Evo is certainly no slouch. And he's currently purple, if you don't mind. With Kiwi Nat's fastest lap being a 2:11.862, which is definitely not slow, especially being race pace, not qualifying trim. That gap back to Dadson is still 1.3 seconds, and he's only got 1.3 seconds back to Baker Boy in P4. So the CP Motorsports driver not letting go of the podium. He's all sorts of sideways. Oh, he's into the barrier. Oh, that's not gone well. That has lost him a second on Dadson. I would say that's commentator's curse, so I will take the hint and I will skip back to Stickers, who as... Okay, so last I saw, Stickers was like P8, P9. He's currently in P5, so he's definitely having a solid race here tonight. With a best lap of a 2:12.042, he is 2.7 seconds off the back of Baker, so he's definitely a threat for a podium, and he's 7 and 8 seconds up on Danico, who's in P6. So he's cleared out from Danico, who has gotten the best of Boybagum at the moment. Boybagum down into P7, but he is only half a second off the back of Danico, so that Hooncorp Mercedes Black Rose Jaguar battle is probably not over. Thankfully, they are not just running different cars, but the livery is different enough for me to be able to tell the difference this season. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Jimmy Superfly and Nismo Nath, for getting your livery guys to make something very, very different. It was the Renault Megane season that had me in an absolute conniption in the comms box trying to tell the difference between the two cars. And for anyone trying to make fun of me, yeah, go on, you try it.
I remember those cars vividly.
I'm getting a little bit of feedback from the YouTube chat that they cannot hear you, Mr. Renegade, so I'm just gonna bump up your audio volume a little bit and see how that goes. So YouTube chat,
How is that now?
YouTube, please let me know how you go with hearing Mr. Renegade. So Renegade, this is your cue to talk a lot.
Okay, just watching Nico and Boybagum down in 6th place. Nice little battle there. Tucked in only 3/10 behind Nico.
Probably one of our closest battles on track at the moment.
Pokes his nose around the corner and says, hello, I'm here.
Oh, I've had a little bit of information fired into the YouTube chat from Madrick from the Black Rose camp. Soft on the last stint. So I will claim that beers back. Thank you very much, people. Mr. Boybagum will be running soft on the final stint. Alright, so we've had some feedback from the YouTube chat. It is a little bit better, and it's still a little bit soft. Okay, rightio. So,
If there's anything I can do.
if you can bump up your audio volume somehow, Renegade, that would be great, because I think I've pretty much maxed things out here in the comms box console.
How is that now? Is that a bit better? For anyone out there watching?
Gotta love a little bit of live troubleshooting. Thank you very much to our audience for being very, very helpful. Mr. Robert Gunawan, I'm just going to call you Bob. Bumcrack knows what he's doing. Absolutely, 100%. I do agree with that 100%. having raced against the guy for multiple seasons and had a lot of comms box experience. He definitely 100% knows what he's doing.
Boybagum making a move. Sorry to interrupt you there.
To a terrifying degree. Mr. Boybagum down the bridge.
Done.
Into the brakes. Danico wants to switch back. No, not going to happen. Mr. Danico has to back out of it. Relinquishes the position. Rightio, so we're on a lap 17. We're going to kick into round 2 of the APR Automotive Tyre and Fuel Update. Mr. Renegade, let us know what's going on.
Okay, fuel-wise for up front we have Kiwi Matt. He's got about a quarter of a tank, used about 40% of his front right, so he's got about the 50 to 60% left on his front left, I meant, sorry. Second place, Evil, got the same amount of fuel as Kiwi Matt, used about 50% of his front left. Dadson lurking back there in third. He's used about 45% of his front and has about the same as well, roughly just under a quarter of a tank. Fourth place, just as we see a couple of drivers go into the pits as well. Fourth place we have Baker Boy. He's got about 50% of his front tyre left and just over an eighth of a tank of fuel. Boybagum in fifth place, who's now gotten past, doing really well. He's got excellent tyre wear. He's only used maybe about 10 to 15% of his front left and has just over half a tank of fuel. Wardos in sixth place, very heavy on his front left. He's maybe got about 30% left. Fuel lights flashing, so he'll definitely be in the pits in the next lap or two. DeReed in seventh. He's used about 30% of his front left. That's just under a quarter of a tank. Mr. Bumcrack has now worked his way back up to 8th. He's used about 5 or 10%. Has about 3/4 of a tank of fuel, so it's really looking good to make that one stop work for him. Armin's doing well up in P9. He's used about 50 to 60% of his front left, so about 40% and just over a quarter of a tank of fuel.
He's going to be under fire right now from Mr. Stickers in P10, who I do believe has just come out of the pits with a fresh set of rubber.
And running, he's good to go for the rest of the race on fuel. So, and Big J, he will definitely be in this lap on the smell of an oily rag. His fuel light is really blinking at him.
Rightio, Evil Evo and Dadson have just jumped into the pits up the front, as has a Baker Boy. There is a bit of a fuel difference between Evil Evo, Dadson and our Baker Boys to the tune of about 1.5 seconds. So Baker Boy may have a little bit of trouble there. Alright, so back to Danico, P12 for our roundup of the APR tyre and fuel update.
Danico, recently he just came out of the pits as well, along with Stickers. So he's got a fresh set of tyres and fuel good to go for the rest of the race. As we see, DeReed and Wardos and Armin's all entering the pits, and now Big J.
There you go. So thank you to APR Automotive for that tyre and fuel update. You are in safe hands. So Danico back up to P8 on lap 19, looking good to go to the end of the race. Kiwi Matt has been in a commanding position for pretty much all of this race. Even when he was in second, he was looking very, very solid for a good position tonight, and At the moment, at the end of lap 19, he is 24 seconds to the good over Boy Bagum, who is in P2. And he has a 17-second lead over Evil Evo, who is on his outlap. So that kind of gives me the feeling that... Hang on, Boy Bagum was doing the medium, and we suspect soft final stint. So, if I can remember correctly, Boy Bagum pitted at the end of lap 12 or lap 13. As
14, I think it was.
Kiwi Matt is into the pits now. He's got 5% in the tank on the medium, so I wonder whether he's going to go another medium stint as Boy Bagum comes into the pits as well. Rightio, ladies and gentlemen, YouTube chat, this is where I either owe you a beer or you owe me a beer. Does Boy Bagum go the soft or the medium? Given that it's the end of lap 19, I'm kind of thinking he's going to slap a set of mediums on it. I'm going to owe you a beer. Oh dear. The fuel is going in the tank, the tyres are on, the mediums are on. Rightio, YouTube chat, I owe you a beer. He's gone the triple medium. Black Rose, you've screwed me around. Rightio. Fair enough.
Bum crack.
Well played.
Fourth.
And he is right on the back of Dadson as well.
With Baker Boy close behind.
Now,
And Boy Bagum, who is on a fresh set of tyres to remember.
Kiwi Matt and Evil Evo have done their 2 stops, as have Dadson. So Bumcrack is currently fighting basically for his position on the road. But he does have a Baker Boy who's got a much... Hang on, let's have a look here. Baker Boy pitted at the end of lap 11. As he's sending it down the inside at the end of the bridge. Can he get it done? He does. Now, is Baker Boy going to have to pit? How's Baker Boy's fuel and tyres, Renegade?
He's just come out of the pits at the end of lap 18.
Rightio, so I don't have an outlap or a pit stop counter on his telemetry, so that...
Lap 18, his time
Rightio.
was a 2:46. Lap 17 was a 2:13.
Right, so Baker Boy has done his second stop, so Mr. Bumcrack is currently under fire from Boy Bagum. Boy Bagum sends it up the inside, takes P5. Mr. Bumcrack wants to do a little bit of return to centre, can't quite get it done, has to relinquish it. He's in P6 at the moment. Quite happy to settle into the slipstream of a Boy Bagum because he is currently 4 seconds up on our current championship leader, Mr. Stickers, who is in P7. And he has 4 seconds to the good in front of him for Mr. Bumcrack and has 7.7 seconds back to Danico.
I shall be back in a quick minute. I need to take a quick trip to the bathroom.
Not a problem there. Rightio, so Mr. Reed, who is currently P10 for Doghouse Motorsport. Wardos, P9. He is one of the 2 drivers tonight running the Joker card, getting double points. Got himself into P9, so definitely helpful for him. But it is much more helpful for his teammate and team owner, Mr. Dadson, who is currently running in at P3. And that gap up to Evil Evo is, well, it's 1.8 seconds, which it's not huge, but that's been the biggest gap between these 2 drivers the entire night. It's literally been 1.2 to 1.4 seconds of the whole race. So unless we have some unforeseen circumstances, I anticipate that Dadson will just hold station here in P3. Dale Teeks with a little bit of info. Softs, you'd need to be finishing lap 21.22. That is, yeah, that is correct. Softs, you're not going to get more than 7 laps around here. I mean, it's a fairly high-speed circuit, not a lot of hard cornering relative to other tracks, but yeah, your soft tyres are not going to last a huge amount of time here at Sainte-Croix.
I believe that you get 5, maybe 6 laps out of the softs.
Well, if you're slow like me, you could get 7. As a Baker Boy in P4, he was looking fairly solid, but now he's got Mr. Boisbegum in the Black Rose Racing Jag for company. He's only half a second up on him, so he definitely has to watch his mirrors right now. Mr. Boisbegum is looking very, very racy.
And it won't be long that
How's the
Bumpcrack will be under fire from Mr. Stickers soon.
how's the tyre scenario between Baker Boy and Boisbegum?
Slightly better from Boisbegum.
Okay, so
Maybe about 5%.
Okay, so Boisbegum's got the tyre advantage. What about the Bumcrack Stickers scenario? Who's got the advantage there?
Stickers has the tyre advantage and the slight fuel advantage, slightly more than
Right, so
Mr. Bumcrack.
Mr. Bumcrack is handicapped by having to run to his numbers, as Mr. Boisbegum gets the job done on Baker Boy down the back straight on lap 22, moves himself up into P4. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. I'll have that, he says. And there's... I think Baker Boy wants to have a conversation about this, but
Boisbegum's having none of it.
yeah, I don't think Baker Boy's got a lot to say here. I think Boisbegum's got all arguments covered off.
Although that Mercedes is not slow in the slipstream either.
Mr. Boisbegum finds himself up into P4 on a lap 22, moving into lap 23.
Stickers now on the back of Mr. Bumcrack. He goes to move up, makes a move at turn 1.
Gets the job done.
Mr. Bumcrack fires back, gets the crossover.
I think this battle right here with the Kraken Esports and the Lightning Motorsports SLS, with Stickers and Bumcrack, both team owners, I think this would have to be the most patient battle we would have seen in S1 for a long time. Because both of these drivers are, well, they're both very, very patient in what they want to get done on track. They will get the move done. It's just a matter of when. So Mr. Bumcrack holds on to P6 for the time being. Gap to Stickers, still about half a second. We are 53 minutes into this 60-minute short enduro. Quick recap, Kiwi Matt, currently P1 for Black Rose Racing in the Jag. He is 9.8 seconds up on Evil Evo from Doghouse in the Corvette. We've got Dadson in the Dadson Racing Corvette. Boisbegum in the Black Rose Jag. So we are looking for a very good team points finish here for Black Rose Racing tonight. Looking very solid for them. Baker Boy for CP in P5. He's 1.5 seconds off the back of Boy Bagum. I don't think he can maintain touch, but I'm happy for him to prove me wrong. I've had many drivers prove me wrong many times throughout history. Always happy for it to happen again. P6 still occupied by Mr. Bumcrack, aka The Plumber, as Stickers, aka Stickers McQueen, sends it down the inside at turn 1. Much racing room being left by both drivers. I don't know how to call this. I'm just going to let the action speak for itself.
Bumcrack takes the title line and gets the job done.
Oh, this ain't over yet, ladies and gentlemen. We are still side by side. Second sector.
Stickers now.
Stickers gets into a P6 and holds it over Bumcrack into a P7. Checking back in with Danico in P8. He's found himself a little bit of clear air. He's got 4.3 seconds over Wardo in P9. He's got 5 seconds to D Reed in P10. Who's got 20 something seconds to Armands in P11. Big J has not had a fantastic night, but is still soldiering on. He is in P12 at the moment. So currently Kiwi Matt leading the race on lap 24, currently has the fastest lap of a 2:11.813 set on lap 15. I'm looking for someone to just jump into the pits and drop a set of softs on and fire out the fastest lap, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Especially not from the top three.
Absolutely
they won't give up a podium.
No, you would not. You would absolutely not jeopardize your position right now with Evil Evo P2. He is 10.3 seconds. 10.3 seconds off the back of Kiwi Matt. The gap between him and Dadson at 2.5 seconds is the largest it has been the entire race. I'm pretty sure Dadson will be happy with a podium position, but he will have to watch himself. It's lap 25 and he's only 2.5 seconds up on Boy Begum in P4, and having raced against him for multiple seasons, I can tell you Boy Begum ain't gonna go away. He does not give up, that little bugger. He is a tenacious driver. Got a lot of love for the guy, but there are times where you just wish he'd bugger off. But that is also why we love the guy. He just does not give up.
And just like the flag next to his name, he definitely shows that Aussie fighting spirit.
Last time I checked, he's not Australian, but moving along. Baker Boy in P5 doing a solid team points performance for CP Motorsports in their retro livery for the season. Sorry, Chase, you know I had to. Stickers doing a bloody amazing job actually at the moment, not gonna lie. He's picked up a P6. He was looking very, very commendable in the practice sessions, but he was simply out-qualified and out-grid positioned early on in the race. So a bit unfortunate for him in terms of starting position, but in terms of finishing position, a P6 is a absolutely amazing result. As we are into the 58th minute of this race, so I would imagine that It is going to be a 26 lap race because of the virtual safety car that we had a little bit earlier in the race, which brought the lap count down, which probably would have thrown out the strategy of a couple of drivers as Stickers has engaged lawnmower mode at turn 1 there.
If anything, I would have thought the safety car, especially doing the one stop, would have benefited the bum crack a lot as well.
It definitely would have helped him, but how much is the question.
Very much so.
Mr. Bumcrack currently sitting P7. Our only alternate strat guy doing the one stop tonight. I reckon Captain Muffin would be proud, aka Captain Alternate Strat. But definitely, ladies and gentlemen in the YouTube chat, please fire in your nominations for the driver of the day here tonight in category 1B. I've kind of got the feeling that although we don't usually award the driver of the day to the race winner, I've kind of got the feeling Mr. Kiwi Matt might just be up there, as he has had an absolutely solid drive tonight, as the final lap has been announced here on lap 26, as Kiwi Matt for Black Rose into the Jag, rounds the final corner onto the straight, gets the black and white flag. There's a lot of flashing of the lights. Well done, Kiwi Matt, mate, you have driven an absolute blinder. And of course, no discredit to Evil Evo, who has picked up P2 for Doghouse. Dadson in P3 with a beautiful drive. Boy Bagum for Black Rose, finishing out P4. Baker Boy P5 for CP. Stickers snagging P6. Mr. One Stop himself, the plumber, picking up P7. Denico with a bloody great drive, not gonna lie, picking up P8 for Hoonkop. Autos picking up P9 for Dadson. D. Reed for Doghouse in P10. Mr. Armans, after missing around last round, gets a little bit of TV time here in the Hoonkop Mercedes. Coming around the final corner here at St. Croix, just to trigger everybody who hates my mispronunciation. Taking home a P11, and let's of course not forget Mr. Big J for Lightning Motorsport in P12, and that rounds out our category 1B race this evening. Right, let's have a look at those race results as our YouTube chat fires in with our driver of the day nominations. Thanks to Adelaide Ceramic Coatings, finishing on a pole position with the fastest lap of a 2:11.813 is Mr. Kiwi Matt from Black Rose Racing in the Jag. Closely followed by Mr. Evil Evo from Doghouse Racing in the Corvette. P3 occupied by the Dadson Racing team owner, Mr. Dadson in the Corvette. And a well-earned P4 from the Black Rose Racing Jag of Mr. Boy Bagum. P5 from a Baker Boy in the CP Racing Mercedes. Bit of a Mercedes whitewash here in the rest of the top 8 because it is Mr. Stickers from Lightning Motorsport. P6, Mr. Bumcrack, aka Mr. One Stop in P7 for Kraken Esports. Mr. Denico for Hooncorp in P8. Mr. Warbo for Dadson Racing in the Corvette in P9. Mr. D. Reed in the Doghouse Corvette P10. Mr. Armans in the Hooncorp Mercedes P11. And Big J rounding out our field tonight in the Lightning Motorsports Mercedes in P12. 12. Rightio. Mr. Renegade, what are your thoughts on Driver of the Day?
I mean, there's a lot of notable mentions. I mean, Kiwi Matt, Boy Begum, Mr. Bumcrack for the one stop, Stickers. I mean, they all drove well. But if I had to give it, I mean, you don't like to give it to the winner, and unfortunately for Kiwi Matt, I'm sorry, mate. I'm going to have to give mine to Stickers. I mean, given the early incident on lap 1 with the safety car, that put him right back to last place. And to finish 6th after that. Like, he stuck it out, kept it clean for the rest of the race. Did his numbers and didn't mess around. And got the job done, worked his way back through the field.
I'm going to side with the YouTube chat. There's been a couple of votes here for Boy Begum for Driver of the Day, so I'm going to fire in my nomination for Boy Begum for Driver of the Day. It was a bloody great result. He finished P4 from a starting position much lower than that, so he ran his numbers, he ran his strategy, he got the job done, and finished up with a fantastic result. So I'm going to send Driver of the Day for Mr. Boy Begum.
Well done, Boy Begum.
Rightio. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would highly recommend grabbing a bit of a break right about now. Grab yourself a toilet break, get yourself some snacks, grab yourself a drink, because I've got the feeling that Category 1A is set to go off like a frog in a sock. I would like to say a big thank you to Mr. Renegade for being our 1B race director tonight. Thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated.
Always a pleasure. Happy to be on board.
It's always a pleasure having you here in the comms box. And we're just going to kick off to a short break about now, and we shall see you all in about 5 minutes, ready to roll for Category 1A. I reckon it's gonna be one to watch, so see you shortly.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1. We are here tonight for some Category 1 racing action around the All Saints Village.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day.
Can you keep
Yeah,
it
I'm
around
tired
the
of shit,
outside?
and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a
Very
jerk, and
slippery
I'm
that
not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning all. And this is just the beginning. I need a big change, only feels like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move? Be, and do you believe you can do?
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1. We are here tonight for some Category 1 racing action around All Saints Village.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning all. And this is just the beginning, I need a big change, only feels like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sector 1 Sim Racing here at Sainte-Croix. We have had a few logistical errors here in terms of operating the lobby, but I am pleased to report that we have a lobby up and operating, and joining me here tonight in the comms box is none other than the Zero Turn Motorsports team owner himself, Mr. Diswood. How are we this evening?
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, not too bad, mate. Aside from the slight technical drama, yeah, rather good. Rather looking forward to this hour race we've got ahead of us tonight.
Excellent, excellent. I am very happy to hear that. And while we are here, we should probably check in into the correct version of the points here tonight. So I would just like to mention that currently leading our team point standings in Season 12 are Doghouse Motorsport on 200.5. Not that far behind is Lightning Motorsport on 194.5. We've got Black Rose Racing on 188. CP Motorsports on 185, Dadson on 177.5, APR in P6 on 173.5, Kraken on 151.5, Blacklight on 148, Brocky 05 on 132.5, Hoon Corp on 129.5, Zero Turn on 123.5, Thunder on 118, Jamco on 117, and rounding out our team's points is Hyperdrive on 80.5. But in terms of our driver points, which is what we want to see at the moment here in Category 1A, is Mr. G from CP Motorsports currently leading the way on 62.5s with a very healthy gap back to Brocky 05 on 50.5, who has half a point lead over my boy Mr. Shake and Bake Ricky Bobby in third from APR Motorsport. Unfortunately, Mr. Mountain Goat in P4 will be unable to join us this evening, but he will be substituted by a Mr. Debrev for team points for Zero Turn Motorsport. Rounding up P5 is Alan, Steve, Alan, aka Mr. GTR from Blacklight Motorsport on 42 points. P6, Mr. Dale Teeks from Kraken Esports on 39.5 in equal positioning with Mr. Tim Durags from Blacklight Motorsport. He did have the start to the season in Category 1B, but was an absolute dominant force there, so he rather quietly got relegated up to Category 1A, and he is more than holding his own, so I'm very happy to see him where he is being competitive. In P8 is my other boy Lenosis from APR on 38.5 points, half a point up on Sneaky Stevo from Jamco. In P9 we've got the Thunder Motorsport team owner Mr. Artsy on 31.5, followed by E-Bulk from Hyperdrive in 29.5 points, with Heafy from Thunder in 22, Mr. Sways AU from Brocky 05 Sim Racing on 20 points, and Captain Muffin from Zero Turn on 11 points after missing a round, but he is the only one playing the Joker card here in Category 1A tonight, so he is definitely looking to make up for lost time. What do you say, speaking of making up for lost time, what do you say we kick off qualifying, Woody?
I'd say we push that big yellow and purple button tonight, mate, and we make it happen.
It's yellow and purple, is it? Fine.
It's yellow and purple.
Right, yeah, fair enough. Given our race director this evening, we can definitely make that happen. Rightio, so as our drivers are waiting to get out on track here tonight.
Say, mate, who do you think is going to set the pace here in this qualifying session tonight?
Oh, well, I was watching some practice lobbies early this afternoon, and honestly, a Mr. G sort of springs to mind as being the pace setter for qualifying this evening. I have seen some stupidly rapid times. I wouldn't take your eyes off Mr. Sneaky Steve-O for Janko. And I haven't seen a whole lot of sways from BSR, but I would definitely put some money on him as well, being in the top 5. As first out on track right now, we've got Dale Teeks from the Kraken Esports team, followed by Mr. Heafy from the Thunder Esports, getting all sorts of crossed up coming off the bridge. Got the Mr. I've lost count of how many championships he's got. I'm just going to go 5-time. The Cyborg.
7-time. 7-time. This is the 7-time.
Mr. all of the championships, Mr. Brocky, the Cyborg himself, the BSR team owner, looking very comfortable in that Boxer Beauty Mercedes, followed by another team owner, Mr. Artsy for Thunder Esports in the Jag, followed by the Blacklight Jag of Tim Durags. He's a definite one to keep your eye on tonight. Of course, you've got the current points leader, Mr. Geesh, for CP Motorsports in the Mercedes SLS. Looking like he's found himself a little bit of clear track where he can just do his own thing in this qualifying session.
Yes, he is looking rather ominous to start this flying lap.
Sways in P7. Got Alan, aka GDR, Blacklight, in that gorgeous TMR sponsored Jag.
And behind him is Ricky Bobby, looking to pick up a slipstream.
Ricky Bobby having chosen the bright blue wheels this season as opposed to the black wheels that he has run in previous seasons. And quite the fan of these.
Trying to channel his in former Chaz Mostert. Oh, as we got Heafy into the wall at the Bridge of Champions. First victim of the night.
So my other boy, Lenosis, currently sitting in P10. He's got a very angry looking Captain Muffin in the zero-turn Corvette behind him. Probably not the place I'd want to be if I was Captain Muffin.
Though Muffin will now pick up a massive tow down the straight. Or not. Lenosis is pulling some Max Verstappen manoeuvres, trying to minimise the tow.
While I've got some live tech support YouTube chat, could you just let me know how the audio is sounding for both myself and Mr. Woody? That would be greatly appreciated.
Oh, as Muffin and Lenosis are going side by side through the through the S's here, It's like it's a race here in qualifying. Oh, and I think they've both wrecked their lap.
Muffin is all sorts of crossed up on that little bit of a kink there. As Geesh has dropped a 209.968, if you don't mind. Right. I'm a head out. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. That's the job done. Current P2 is a 210.4 set by Brocky, which is nearly half a second off pole. And that is a very ominous position here set by Geesh. Half a second up in terms of qualifying, but having said that, qualifying pace and race pace are two very, very different things.
Yes, certainly a fair bit of strategy to play out tonight. Certainly the wind's going to play a bit of a factor. That'll affect tyre wear, sun being out. That'll affect the thermal degradation of the tyre throughout the race. So it's a long race. It's an hour ahead. It, certainly over the duration of the event, it feels like it's rather short, being a race driver, but as being a spectator, it can certainly drag out. So it'll be interesting to see how the strategy unfolds here tonight. Geesh puts it in the wall coming on the back straight, and has incurred a fair bit of damage on the front left and the front.
That could be due to that 5 metre a second crosswind coming into, or it'll be a crosswind for him coming down that back straight. As it's, we've got a BSR 2 and 3 on the grid as we stand right now, with Sways currently sitting in P3, giving way to a couple of other drivers. I think that was Artsy, he's just let through. And GTR currently sitting P4, but he is 6/10 down on his best lap. So I would anticipate that we're going to see pretty much the entire top 8 into the pits at the end of this lap. As Geesh gives me the finger. Nope, he comes into the pit as well. There we go. Rightio, everybody's into the pits. Yay!
Oh,
wait for it,
there
wait
is
for
one.
it.
Dale.
Yay!
Oh, Brocky.
It wouldn't be a Category 1A race without at least one driver giving me the finger in the comms box.
Well, I think you'll find, actually there was two or three that have. Dale and E-Bulk. Both elected to stay out. I think they've both come in on the first out lap and are now doing a flyer on the second lap.
So we've had some feedback from the YouTube chat that the audio is quite good. So thank you very much, everybody there, for the feedback. Much appreciated. Mr. Motorsport Nutter, 6 kilometre track, make that 7, and we'll have a good time.
Yes, this is a rather large track around here, quite easy to get lost. Google Maps is a good reference point to have in the cab.
Yep.
We're around here tonight.
7.062 kilometres, 14 turns of St. Croix, layout B. AKA the AEDST Racing home track, where everybody runs out of fuel.
You get a fuel coupon, and you get a fuel coupon, and you get a fuel coupon.
Hello, Karen, if you're tuning in. So currently it is a Geesh at a 209.9 to the good. Half a second up on a Brocky, who is who's nearly half a second up on his own teammate. So definitely worth keeping an eye on.
It's rather intriguing to see both the BSR cars, both second and third. They must have quite a nice tune under the hood of that car to see both of them inside the top 3 at this point in time. Although with happy hour coming up, anything could happen. It's all going to go a little bit crazy heading into this last minute of qualifying.
Rightio. I'm going to jump on board and we're going to have a bit of a ride around Sainte-Croix with GTR. If you come through turn 1, it's all about maintaining the faith. Maintaining the faith that you're not going to run wide. Back down to second gear for turn 2. Hard on the power, up through the gears. He is nearly a 10th purple coming through that first sector. Got to just take it nice and easy through this right-left sector and then hard on the brakes coming onto the bridge. It's a blind corner. Got to watch out for that exit because that barrier on the bridge will come up and smack you in the face harder than an ex-boyfriend. And he is still a 10th purple.
Interesting to note that Jeesh is behind him at the moment and chasing him as a reference, and he's also purple as well, by 10th and a half.
Rightio, so he's a little bit more purple than GDR is, but it's definitely going to be a fight for the front row on the grid. There's a great exit from the right-hander there for GDR onto the back straight. It's not the typical long layout of Sainte-Croix where you continue going left back there. We've taken a little bit of a right-hand kink. Running it out wide, kicking it back down to second, tucking it into the apex, up into third, nice and early onto the power. Giving it all of the beans. He is 1/10 purple. He might have this done. It is the final lap of qualifying as called by the telemetry system. It's everything to play for here. One more corner. Can he get it done? He's 1.1 seconds down. Hard on the power, onto the final straight, 4th gear, 5th gear. Can GDR get it done? Brocky goes pole. GDR goes 3rd with a 2:10 flat. But Brocky gets it done with a 2:9.6. Holy moly!
Look at there is 0.005 between Brocky 05 and Distinct Jeesh.
Holy shiver me timbers! There is nothing in that, ladies and gentlemen. Hold my beverage and watch this. Wow. So thank you to APR Automotive. You are in safe hands. We're going to have a very close recap here of our qualifying results. Thanks to Adelaide Ceramic Coatings. Holy bejesus. On pole position, we have Mr. BSR Brocky 05 with a 209.636 and a mere 5 thousandths of a second behind on second position on the front row of the grid. That's a mouthful. Is Jeesh from CP Motorsports. I reckon there would be a lot of cursing coming from under the CP helmet right now of you smart aleck, mother fudging, how did you yep, right, we'll leave that for the race. We've still got 60 minutes to go. Putting himself up into P3 after that qualifying session is Alan Steve, Mr. GTR from Blacklight Motorsports with a 210 flat, just pipping your boy Mr. Captain Muffin from Zero Turn in the Corvette, starting from P4, and remembering that he is playing his Joker card this evening, so that will be double points for whatever he manages to finish tonight. In P5 is my boy Ricky Bobby, Mr. Shake and Bake, and joining him on the third row is the BSR teammate of Mr. Sways AU. On the fourth row of the grid is Sneaky Stevo, who is very, very sneaky indeed. Definitely not one to take your eye off tonight. And joining him is the Black Rose driver of Mr. Tinderags. On the fifth row of the grid is my other boy Alanosis, joined by Mr. Dale Teeks from Kraken Esports in P10. In P11 we've got Thunder Artsy. P12 is your boy Debrev bloody great result, mate. P13 is the lone Aston Martin on the grid tonight for Hyperdrive Sim Sports, and rounding out our grid tonight is the second Thunder Esports driver of Mr. Heafy. So, ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts? Mr. Diswood, what are your thoughts on that one?
Mate, that was a cracking qualifying session. That was, it certainly looks like it's going to be on well and truly between Brocky and Mr. Jeesh. A little bit of a gap back to Alan, but it's all about that hour-long race, mate. It's going to be intriguing to see what sort of race pace that Jag has got under the hood to try and compete against the two SLSs up front. Good to see the Corvette. We didn't expect it to be too crash hot around here earlier today, but it's good to see it. It's inside the top 5. It's not too far behind, so we'll see what we can pull out tonight, mate. We'll see what can happen.
100%, like a top 5 qualifying position. I don't think Captain Muffin saw that coming. He's probably sitting there in his in the car tonight thinking, what the hell have I done that? Well, mate, just take it. Get it done. And
yeah, just say yes, shake your head, and yeah, just move on. We'll take that every day of the week. But certainly the race is going to be something to watch and see. It's a whole different kettle of fish.
Nod, smile, get the job done. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's just push that big yellow and purple button, and we'll get this race underway. If you could fire in with your podium predictions, that would be much appreciated. But in the meantime, we're going to get this show on the road and get this race started tonight, as it is, what is it, 8:27? Oh yeah, we're about on time, give or take. Close enough. Rightio, so we have our drivers up on the grid. We've got the lights starting, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, thanks to APR Automotive. The lights have dropped and everybody is underway with a very, very clean start. Brocky is not mucking around. He's got the inside line for turn 1. There's a little bit of fanning out further down the grid. Captain Muffin wants to make a move around the outside of Mr. GDR at turn 1. I don't think that's going to happen. But the battle is up front with Brocky and Jeesh. I do feel that Jeesh is going to be very, very patient, unlike Muffin, who's looking very impatient and sends it up the inside of GDR. Gets himself up into P3. How long that will last for is remaining to be seen.
Oh,
there's
starts a switchback.
Oh, Iceways just died. Oh, there was some death. Oh, there was a massive accident back there with Sways. That's not gone well at all. Holy moly. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, if I'm getting a bit loud and a bit excited. When you see a car crossed up at 190 kilometers an hour, it does tend to excite you a little bit.
Yes, that was a rather violent crash from Sways AU there. Went from rather going straight on the track to facing rather perpendicular to the track.
Yeah, look, it did not go well. Let's see if we can catch a replay of that. Nope, we're not going to be able to catch a replay of that. So, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that's not going to happen.
What it has meant, though, is that Captain Muffin is now sitting P3. Alan, quote GTR, is sitting P4. Your boy Ricky Bobby, just quietly sitting P5. I think he's a rather big smoky in this hour-long race. He's been quite good at the start of the season. It'll be quite interesting to see how he goes with the strategy tonight and how the Jag performs.
He is definitely a smoky.
bit of a note from the opening lap, turn 1. Some of the guys down towards the back were 3 wide through the turn 1, so to come out of that as clean as we did was rather good. I was a little bit worried we were going to potentially have a safety car there, but we'll take that. Rather unfortunate for Sway's AU. I think there might have been a bit of shenanigans going on through the downhill S's, but look, racing's racing. It's a long race. Plenty of time to recover, so head down and fingers crossed he can come back through the field.
3 wide is rather brave, as we've got Mr. Allen hard on the heels of the 0-turn Corvette of Captain Muffin over the bridge. Looks to show the nose down the inside of the left-hander up off the bridge. Can't quite get it done. Muffin shuts that door. It's all been very calm and line astern here in the top 5.
Well, as we got Tim DeRags currently looking... Oh, no, he bumps Lenosius down the straight, not looking to make a move. Maybe looking to just save a bit of fuel.
Maybe he just wants to help Lenosius help him and get back up to that top 5 pack, which is not unheard of, to be perfectly honest. Perfectly good strategy.
No, sometimes it's easier to work with others than to fight against the grain.
Why waste time fighting with the guy in front of you when you can push him up in front and help get both of you up into a better position? I mean, you may not necessarily want to help someone from a different team, but if helping them helps you, hey, everybody wins.
I was going to say, that was a rather classic roundabout way of going about the if you can't beat them, join them method.
Yeah, correct. So my boy Lenosis with his bright red... Oh, he's getting all sorts of crossed up. Now he did send me his tune for this car at this track. And I have tried it out, and his advice was basically don't overdrive it and don't have a skill issue.
I think that's a general rule of thumb for every driver.
Which I interpreted as this tune is fast but unstable.
From my point of view, I would prefer a fast but loose car as opposed to a Titanic boat that understeers.
So speaking of fast and loose, Tim DeRags is right on his rear bumper at the moment, as is Sneaky Steve-O, who's having a red hot battle with Thunder Artsy down the back straight, and Artsy has just gone flying on by as he's got a massive exit.
Yes, looks like Sneaky Steve-O may have just clipped the wall as he's come around the that corner onto the back straight there. Not too sure, but either way, Thunder Artsy's gained a position and he's moving up in the world.
So in the meantime, while we've been chatting, Distinct G has picked up the race lead, but Brocky is not letting him go away by any means whatsoever.
Also, Alan has gotten around my mate, Mr. Muffin, for P3. So a few movers, a few shakers going on, but certainly Geese looks to be trying to take that lead, set the pace here early on.
Absolutely. Oh, as Brocky does a little bit of the Craig Lowndes showing the nose down the inside of turn 1. That gap is just under half a second at the moment. Definitely worth keeping an eye on, as Mr. Allen is 6/10 behind Brocky. He will be probably looking to make some ground up there as well. He will not want to be sitting in third position for that long. Does not want to let Geesh skip out and bugger off into the distance. And I've got 25 minutes before I can say the words I want to say, but that's all right.
It's interesting to see there's a bit of a gap starting to form, nearly 2 seconds between Ricky Bobby and Lenosius. Maybe Lenosius is just setting a bit of a lighter pace, going platform 9 3/4 as opposed to 10 tenths. Trying to conserve a bit more of the car as we set the rhythm into the race.
He's been very quiet this race weekend, Mr. Ricky Bobby. I've been trying to get some intel from him in the over the APR Motorsport radio chat, and he hasn't exactly been forthcoming with any insights. It's been yeah, I'm here. I'm doing laps. I am fast.
Jesus run wide just off the main straight, and that's let Brocky through for another change of the lead.
Oh, hello. And it's definitely opened up the door for Mr. GDR. He's on the back of a Geesh right now, so there are some championship changing words are hard.
Implications.
Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. Some championship changing implications for us right here, right now. As the end of lap 5, we've got Brocky, Geesh, GTR, Muffin, Ricky Bobby, Lenosis, Tim Durags, P7. Still not letting go of the back of Lenosis. Artsy, P8. I reckon it is probably about time for an APR tyre and fuel update, Mr. Woody. What do you think?
Oh, I think so, mate. Let's get into it.
Let's kick her off.
Let's kick it off. Alrighty.
As we have a battle for the lead, sorry. Holy, yep. Alright, go.
Alrighty. So, we're going to cut straight to the case. Everyone is on a medium tyre. Intel from earlier today was that the soft is rather diabolical. So, as Geesh and Brocky, touch tips, everyone is on a medium tyre. So, we'll cut that out of the equation. So, let's have a look at tyre and fuel wear. So, Brocky has got pretty good tyres at the moment. He's, I wouldn't say it's even all round, but out of, between Brocky and Geesh, he's got the best tyres at the moment. Sitting at probably around 60% fuel. So, fair chunk in. I'd probably say he's going to look at 11 to 12 laps at this point. Geesh, he's got a little bit more rear tyre wear at the moment. He was talking earlier today that he was wearing the rears out when it comes to the medium tyre, opposite to the soft tyre, so something going on with the setup there. But yeah, wonder how that will play out during the race, whether the thermal deck on the rear will play in. Behind them is Alan, aka GTR. His front, left front, being the working tyre around here, it is substantially worse off than the other two in front, so that'll be a bit of a theme for any Jag or Corvette operators around here tonight. Yeah, he's there, but soon I'm expecting him to fall off the rear. Might go to an alternative strategy, depending on how confident he's feeling tonight. Fuel, he's the same as the two in front, so those three are, aside from the front left tyre, they're equal on fuel, so they're playing the same game tonight.
Your boy Captain
Then we go
Muffin's
back to...
under fire here from my boy Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, Muffin as he goes wide, doing a bit of four-wheel driving on the exit. Yeah, his front left is about the same as GDR, but then all the other tyres are worse off. So Corvette doing Corvette things tonight. It's eating all the tyres.
Captain Muffin, aka Captain Tyre Destroyer.
Yeah, Captain Tyre Destroyer. And also the Corvette is rather thirsty here tonight, so we're smiles per gallon tonight, not miles per gallon. Moving on to Ricky Bobby, he has more fuel and he has more tyre. He's probably got about 55% fuel over Muffin, whereas I'm 50%. So that's a bit of a... It gives a bit of an idea on where the Corvette stands compared to others around here at this point in time. Moving forward, we've got Tim Durags, who has better tyres than the two in front, but he has 50% fuel, so he's being slightly more hungry. Whether he's had a bit more clear air in front to not thermally deg the tyre, or he's been a little bit conservative in the opening stanza. Not too sure, but yeah, he's sitting considerably better, and he's on a PB so far this lap. Lenocious is channeling his inner Corvette. He's probably wishing he was driving. His front tyres are looking. He has worse off fuel than anyone ahead of him too. He's under 50%, probably about 48, 47%. Not looking good, sliding around. The car looks a bit of a handful. Not looking good from Mr. Leno. 5 to the rear.
Probably worth mentioning that Lenosis is driving with a fairly serious ankle injury now.
Yes.
In terms of multiple ligaments and tendons in his ankle are not connected as they should be. So, hello, as we do have a pit stop from Captain Muffin at the end of lap 6. So, Captain Alternate Strategy himself has pitted. Keep an eye on that one. He's going to be 3-stopping, I imagine.
Yes, looks like he's going for the alternate strategy. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. He'll be looking to ultimately capitalise tonight with the several crossovers against the used tyres here. So it'll be interesting to see. It's quite a low pit transit time. So we'll see what happens.
So,
moving back.
P7, Thunderazzi.
P7, Mr. Thunderazzi, his fuel is worse than the Lotus. He has better tyres, except for the left front. That's exiting the chat rather quickly. Sneaky Stevo, similar on tyres, has a bit better fuel than Thunderazzi, just under 50%. Further arrears, we have Dale Keats. He has over 50% fuel. He's probably got about 55, 56% fuel at the moment, so he's certainly playing the long game, and he has way better tyres as well. So I wonder if he's potentially looking at a 1-stop here tonight. He could certainly, on the current projections, he could certainly make that. So that'll definitely be a spanner in the works for a few guys here tonight, if that proves to be the way to go.
You reckon a 1-stop here in Cat 1A? Really?
Yes.
That's a bold strategy. Let's see how that works out for him.
You took the words out of my mouth. Moving swiftly forward, Dobrev. His tyres are exiting the chat rather quickly, and so is his fuel. Although he's only 6 seconds behind Dale, so it goes to show that Dale is racing, looks like, to a number here tonight to achieve his 1-stop. So certainly one to watch. Also, Category 2 guys. Just watch out for Dobrev next week. He's clearly already got some practice up on the rest of us, and he's looking pretty good. So, RIP us. Dobrev is just another different animal. Oh, as we have Alan is straight ahead. Oh no! Oh, that is not good. Mr. GDR is parked. There is no movement, no telemetry, nothing. Oh wait, no, the car is moving. Okay, so shiver me timbers. I would say that's a hardware issue has gone on there. Oh, yep. Look, he is into the pits at the end of lap 7. I genuinely don't know what has gone on there, as Geesh is actually now our race leader while we've been busy talking and making merry. And he's only half a second up on Brocky, so there's with GDR being taken out of the picture, this is now a 2-horse race between Geesh and Brocky. Now you say it's now a 2-horse race. Alan has actually got onto the soft tyre now and got half a tank of fuel. So, cue fastest lap for Mr. GDR, if you don't mind. Cue the fastest laps. If anyone was looking to gain at least 1 point here tonight, probably not going to get that now. Correct, because we've got Ricky Bobby in P3 and Tim Durags in P4 closely following him. So yes. Tim Durags has gone from bump drafting, words are difficult, bump drafting one of my teammates to bump drafting my other teammate, and he's looking at threatening for the podium. So yes, like I told you, Tim Durags is someone to keep an eye on tonight. Doing the sneaky. moving quickly forward, we'll quickly finish the APR tyre and fuel update. Sways AU is on the back of Dobrev. His tyre and fuel is sitting rather good at the moment. I would say might be close to a one stop. Probably wouldn't advise it, but it'll be interesting to see the direction he goes now that he's on the road to recovery after that first lap incident. Behind him is Captain Muffin, fresh set of mediums and half a tank of fuel. So he's looking to make hay while the sun shines, clearly. Further 4 seconds of rear to him is Ebolk in the Aston Martin. Rather even tyre wear across all four, which is rather strange. And I'd say 40% fuel at the moment, so he's floating around a bit of no man's land at the moment. It'd be interesting to see the direction that the Aston goes. I know it can be rather good on fuel, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see where Ebolk goes now throughout the race. Off the rears, Alan, fresh set of sauce, half a tank, sending it to the moon. Higher Buzz Aldrin. And off the back is Heafy, fresh set of mediums, half a tank of fuel. Looks like he's been in the wars. There's a fair bit of damage at the front of this car, so something we've clearly missed in the midst of fuel and update. But yeah,
Heafy's definitely had a rough time here tonight. Thank you very much, Mr. Woody, for that APR Automotive tyre and fuel update. You are in safe hands, both with APR and Mr. Woody. Rightio, so back up the front, we've still got Geesh and Brocky going at it, hammer and tonk. There is half a second between the two. Tim DeRags has sent down the inside of Mr. Ricky Bobby on lap 9. Ricky Bobby wants to have a conversation about it. He is not letting go, but has to settle back in on the rear bumper of the TMR blacklight car.
Oh, it's close. That's very close.
It is Tassie team versus Tassie team right now with APR, and oh, here we go. Geesh and Brocky are into the pits, and Geesh has I'd say a 2% fuel advantage.
Meanwhile, and Ricky Bobby has got Tim DeRags out of the last corner.
Yep, 100%. Got a fantastic run onto the main straight, sends it down into turn 1, says, I'm going to have that. You can bugger off. Thank you very much, you pleb. You are going back to P2.
Oh.
But I don't feel like that pleb status will last forever. And I can feel the hatred coming from the blacklight team owner, Mr. Gooddock, right now. I can feel the hatred right now, as this is a fantastic battle between Ricky Bobby and Tim DeRags.
Against your fellow Jag brethren, that's brutal, I must say, Carbon Boy.
Same car, same state, team owner, but that's about as far as it goes.
Copy that. I'm feeling Red Bull and Tickford vibes here.
As my other boy Lenosis is currently in a P3, topic change.
Just quietly, Dalteeks, P4. Still looking rather solid for a one-stop strategy. It is military precision with his times at the moment. There is points. It's half a second. Thereabouts, maybe 0.8.
Look at that. He's done a 2:14.1, a 2:13.8, 2:13.5, 2:13.9, 2:13.6, 2:14 flat, 2:14.1, 2:14.4. In terms of
clearly driving to a number.
100%. I feel like the hello.
Yellow flag.
Oh! Is that a Lenosis having a?
Brake bias Barry has gone too far to the rear. Oh, that is looking rather nasty.
Oh dear, what has happened there? I do feel like Lenosis has had an absolute moment. There's a lot going on.
He is dirt tracking this car back to the pits at the moment.
Ricky Bobby and Tim. How's Lenosis' tyre wear right now? Are they cooked?
Oh, it's not good. The left-hand side has completely gone.
Right, okay. That
Yeah.
explains everything. So Dale Teagues currently inherits the lead. Let's give him a little bit of TV time, because clearly the Kraken Esports strategy here at Sainte Croix is the one stop.
This is a bold strategy by Dale, and this, at this stage, it is looking potentially the one to beat. Like, I did not expect this, considering the amount of tyre wear, but he is stuck to his guns. He is driving to a number, and I gotta say, he stayed out of trouble, and it is working for him at the moment. This is the Merc is the car to be in, but you have to be dedicated to drive to a number and stick to your guns in terms of strategy, and he is doing that rather exemplary at the moment.
100%. His lap times are on the button.
Like it is about 11 seconds back to Brocky at the moment. Brocky and Jeesh, who are battling again.
And them fighting is only going to help out Muffin and Dale Teagues ahead of them. So the more these two guys fight in P3 and P4 at the moment, the more it helps out P1 and P2 at the moment.
100%. And Muffin will at least have to make, at the very least, another stop. Whereas Dale, yeah, he has to make one stop, but Brocky and Jeesh have to make another stop as well. And they have a nearly 11-second deficit at this point. Considerable.
And given that you're Captain Muffin's team owner, you're probably cheering for these two guys to battle hammer and tong right now. As they are, as Jeesh sends it down the inside, Brocky kind of just lets it go.
Not really. Although he smartly pulls back in to follow him through the S's. This is a David and Goliath battle. Let's look at it this way. It's just two massive heavyweights who behind the scenes have big egos. These guys, they want to win. They want to take the W every weekend.
Brocky engages lawnmower mode right there on the exit.
Jim's mowing, if you don't mind.
Yes.
These two do not want to give an inch. They will go hammer and tong till the last breath.
That's a little bit of a throwback to Lucky's lawn care right there. Well, racing cars like legends, if you guys know your history, you will follow me with that.
Back in the day. My screen just went black and white then when you said that.
Oh dear. Rightio, so Brocky has conceded the position for now to Jeesh. Little bit of TV time to Captain Muffin, just because he's in P2 right now.
Also worthy to note, E-Bulk appears to be on the same strategy as Dale Teagues. Looks like he's settling in for potentially a one-stopper as well, so...
Really?
Bold strategy call by both of these guys. Yeah.
And Aston Martin on a one-stop.
I'm not
Very
surprised.
intriguing.
I'm not surprised. And that let everyone in the secret. The Aston, I felt, was rather conservative on the fuel, but lacked the pace during the pre-season testing. So we obviously went for the Corvette, miles per gallon. But it's good to see that E-Bulk's managed to keep a little bit of damage on the front, but he's clearly look at his times, it's saying a little bit different, but he's clearly tried to drive to a number so far, and it's elevated him up the totem pole, and he's sitting pretty in P5 at the moment, so be interested to see how this plays out with the Aston Martin.
So the earlier strategy call from Miss GTR to chuck it into the pits, throw on some tyres and go for the fastest lap has worked out for him. He currently has the fastest lap with a 2:10.685.
But his front left has well and truly left the chat. He is nearly on nothing.
Yeah, look, he's got the fastest lap. He's got that extra point, and I think wherever he ends up finishing right now, he will just have +1 point.
Yep, as he pulls hard right and enters the pit lane with 10 litres of fuel. So a nice quick little blast, getting himself back into the pack.
Right, as my boy Lenosis goes around again on lap 13. He's got a very healthy lead over Swayze U, who has dropped back to P11 after, what did he qualify? P3? P4?
Yes. Got to remember, he was involved in the incident at the start of the race, though, so...
Yes, that is correct. He did end up perpendicular to the track in the second sector. That is definitely suboptimal.
Yep, the gullwing doors on the SLS well and truly opened up as they came through the downhill S's. But he's on a personal best at the moment. He's on the up. It looks like he's not long been in the pit lane, so fresh set of boots, 3/4 tank. He's looking to make headway. Probably not towards the end. He'll have to pit again. I think probably chuck a fresh set of softs on to run home, but yeah, look, he's P11, he's 5.5, 6 seconds off the back of Lenosis, so not a bad spot to be.
And just checking in back up the front, our potential one-stopper, Dale Teagues, is less than 1 second up on our potential three-stopper, Mr. Captain Muffin in P2. So this could get very, very spicy right now. Dale Teagues will want to stay in front of Captain Muffin, as opposed to Muffin will want to get in front of Dale Teagues for their respective strategies to play out in an optimum context. And meanwhile, I am just dropping keyboards off the desk here at the comms box, and oh my god, is that Brocky? That's Brocky sideways on the main straight. He has had an absolute moment coming out of the final corner. Oh my god, the comms box has absolutely fluffed it. I don't know what I'm doing. Holy, is it 9 o'clock? F it, it's close enough. Holy shit.
What has gone on there? My goodness. That has changed the landscape of this race.
So Brocky coming into the final corner of Sainte-Croix. Oh, he's hit the wall! He has understeered abysmally into the outside wall and absolutely binned it. That is free kick CP, free kick Geesh. Thank you very much. Holy shit, it's 2 minutes off and I don't care, I'm saying it anyway.
I think there might be a bigger problem going on here at the moment. Looks like Brocky's a little bit off pace, a little bit out of rhythm too. Might be something going on with hardware. Looks like his throttle might be playing up a bit, so gee, I hope it isn't, but
things are not looking good on the telemetry, I'm guessing.
He's in the wall. He's in the wall. Something is drastically wrong here at the moment.
Oh no.
My.
That is... there does... Yep, I'm seeing the hazard lights on the BSR car. It does look like there has been a physical hardware failure of some description, which is incredibly unfortunate.
Oh, as we got Lenosis and Captain Muffin quickly catching him on the straight, it looks like it's going to be a 3-wide battle going to the end of the straight here.
I was just wondering where Captain Muffin was after seeing Dale Teagues still in P1. So Muffin is the 3-stopper, whereas Dale Teagues is the 1-stopper as he comes into the pits now at the end of lap 14.
Ooh. That's huge.
That's the comparison. You got Muffin in P9, Dale Teagues was in P1. And Muffin is on his outlap. So
Muffin was 4th to 5th overall in this race. So it's be interesting to note where Dale comes out of the pits in relation to Captain Muffin. As Dale is still fueling up in the moment. Still fueling. Out of the pits now. So he's behind Swayze AU. So quite a large gap. About 39 seconds roughly to G. But G still has to make another stop. So I'd expect that lead to at least be halved. But Yeah, wow. What a last couple of minutes.
So in terms of drivers having to make another stop, it's going to be Geesh, Tim DeRags, Ricky Bobby. Top 3 at the moment.
It's Lenosis and Muffin. Sideways through the downhill S's onto the straight champion.
It's 3 wide on the bridge! Oh my god! I'm just going to let the video do the talking.
What a battle!
Gentlemen,
Captain
try not to kill each other, please.
Captain Muffin and Brocky. Lenosius back down the ins. Captain Muffin.
You're the team owner. I'm the teammate.
No!
Muffin, what are you doing? No! Oh no! Alright, so we've got Lenosis and Brocky still going hammer and tong. Muffin lost way too much pace on the back straight on the exit, clipping the wall. Ricky Bobby has moved himself up into P2. He's gotten past Tim DeRags. There is a fuel warning on. No, wait, he's got half a tank. Wait.
This Tim DeRags reclaims the spot.
Hang on. Please refuel remaining laps, but it's showing me that he's got half a... this is what I don't like about this game. We have to... Right, there we go.
This Carbon Boy has a meltdown. Technical specs of GT7.
No.
Ricky Bobby can confirm has 50 litres.
Yeah, I thought Ricky Bobby had half a tank, but it's because I went to a replay and then back to the normal stream that we were seeing telemetry, so apologies everybody at home. Sorry about that happening.
Not enough alcohol in your bloodstream.
or too much. But definitely, ladies and gentlemen, in the YouTube chat, Drive the Day nomination, Mr. Tim DeRags, currently P2, if you don't mind, umpire. Just going to throw that out there as a worthwhile contender, because it's after 9 o'clock. Holy shit, what a drive.
What a drive indeed. But it's still early days. We can't be counting our chicken too soon. Saying that, Jeesh, nearly 20 seconds up the road to the good. He is leaving. Oh, we have Heafy, who has looped it behind Jeesh.
Uh-oh.
Coming off the back straight. He is not having a good day. Not a good day indeed.
Currently Geesh P1, Tim DeRags P2, half a second back to Ricky Bobby in P3. A little bit of a gap back to P4, Sneaky Stevo, who does have Mr. Artsy for company, half a second to his rear bumper.
Just to quickly intervene, Sneaky Stevo has done a good job here tonight.
He has
stayed out of trouble.
He's done a bloody great job. Let's not undersell it. He's had a bloody great drive.
Yeah, flown under the radar. Haven't featured him a whole lot, but man, a good drive so far, and only be 5 rear of Ricky Bobby. Let's remember, he was up the front early on.
I think Sneaky Stevo started like P8, P7, thereabouts.
We are checking.
We have sent an email. We are checking.
We have sent an email. And Sneaky Stevo started P7.
Well, there we go. So he's had an absolutely sensational drive to get himself up into a current P4. And he's having to work for it because he's got Artsy right on the back bumper. Both of them in the Jag, so equal hardware, but possibly different tunes.
Possibly different tunes, but having a look at the moment, certainly it's very similar tyre wear at the moment. Very similar. Slightly different on the fuel. Thunder Artsy has a considerable amount more of fuel, whereas Sneaky Steve-O, he's probably going to be 2 to 3 laps away from pitting. But it's a very good drive from both. There's a fair bit of cloud cover coming in now, so Jason, cool the track temp down.
There's going to be a few drivers who need to have their heads down here tonight, as we are on a lap 17, and we're going to go a full race distance tonight, as we've had no red flags, no safety cars. Oh, is there a? Oh, that's a Heafy in the background. Sorry, I saw a pink and black car off on the dirt, and I thought that was Artsy for a second, who is currently in P5, but no, that was his teammate Heafy, he's not having a great night, to be honest.
Yeah, there's no two ways about it. He's having a bit of a... Good thing he didn't play the Joker card, unlike a certain someone here. Great Muffin.
Well, Muffin's in P7 at the moment, so with a couple of pit stops yet to play out, he's still there or thereabouts for a top 5.
He is there or thereabouts. Also important to note that Lenocious, compared to Muffin, yes, they are on considerably different strategies, and this is what we're talking about with the cut. Now, Muffin has offset himself. Yes, he's got an extra stop, but he has much better tyres compared to the Lenocious, who's on used, second-hand, destroyed, burnout tyres at this point in time. Let's face it, he is not having a good time in terms of grip, compared to Muffin, but he has more fuel, so he can go longer. Just like I can put my teeth in and talk a little bit longer too.
Just like you can pronounce the words that you meant to say.
Yeah, let's face it, English hasn't been our strong point here.
Yeah, look, words are hard.
Words are hard. But Jeesh is making racing here tonight look very easy. He is out to 20 seconds. He is stonking it home.
Yeah, look, it's going to be fairly boring if you're a Jeesh right now, because you are setting a lap times of a, well, let's face it, 2:12.9, 2:11.4, 2:11.8, 2:11.7, 2:11.9, 2:11.8, 2:12. Ah, just get out.
He was a bit slow that last lap. He was 2:12.5, played at 2:11.8 that last lap, so he's on the down now.
Which is still 2.5 seconds faster than me. So, I mean, what do you do? Alright, let's skip back to the action right now, which is, there we got a bit of action here in P4 and P5 with Sneaky Steve-O and Arcee ducking into the pits, and there's a massive fuel difference between Sneaky Steve-O and Arcee, so I reckon there might be a bit of a change up in position there. There is 11% difference in terms of fuel, so that's about 3.5-4 seconds, depending on how much they both take on board.
I would say they'll both be fueling to the top, and they'll be looking to run home at this point. It's rather close. The Stunner Arcee goes against what I'm saying, fuels to 86%, and jumps out well ahead of Sneaky Steve-O.
Hey
that's
Woody,
a half-second penalty.
Welcome to the S1 comms box, where the drivers will give you the finger at every given opportunity.
What can I say? They just built me different compared to the other drivers out there today, mate.
That's alright. Whatever I predict will happen, they just give me the finger and they do the complete opposite. It's fine. You'll get used to it.
Someone who is looking to run home is Dale Teeks. He is still running military precision laps to the 10th. And he's on a personal best at the moment. Sitting P7, 47 seconds in the rear of G. So the top step of the podium is looking rather out of grasp at the moment. But so
Mr. One Stop isn't going to make the podium, you don't think?
He's not going to make P1, but he's only 20 seconds in the rear of P2. And they're going to stop rather soon, so...
Yep, as a Geesh comes into the pits now with a 3% left in the tank. So we're going to fire back to Mr. Timderags, who's coming around the final corner now. Let's see what he does. He's going to pull into the pits as my boy Ricky Bobby goes around again. Come on, son! Hashtag no bias. Hashtag no bias.
No bias.
Alright, Ricky Bobby out in P1. We're just going to give him a little bit of TV time because F it, I can. Captain Muffin currently sitting in a P3 just because, you know, he's the race director's driver. We're going to give him a little bit of TV time. My other boy Lenosis in a P4 right on the back of Captain Muffin. So, Muffin, how is he travelling in terms of tyre and fuel? Can he get to the end, or is he going to have to stop again?
Certainly not. He'll be pitting this lap, if not next, and then running home on the aggressive strat. In saying that, there's a few other people that are running the aggressive strat now, so yeah, I'd say he's about average with quite a few others at the moment. So, watch this space.
Lenosis is basically guaranteed a podium as of this point, is what you're saying?
No, he's also going to stop as well.
Oh, okay. Right, roger. So he's going to pit at the same time as Muffin, and that battle for P3 is going to be an APR zero turn kind of battle. I like it. Because we've got an APR zero turn comms box going on, so hashtag no bias at all.
Well, you say that. This is where the one stop is now thrown all the toys out the cot. Dale is not far behind.
I was just
Captain
looking
Muffin.
back at Sways AU, currently in P5, and Dale Teeks in P6, who appears to be catching up to a Heafy. Because that is not an artsy in front of him, so...
As he does the sportsmanship thing and gets out of the way. Thank you very much, good.
Yep, Heafy 100% knows what's going on around him and gets out of the way.
Oh, that's Brocky. Brocky's having more issues.
Oh no, hang on, where are we?
He's out of fuel! Oh!
Wait, hold up. Has Brocky done a deeds?
Brocky has done a deed.
And he's got a 3-second penalty! Oh no! Oh, it's all gone wrong here at BSR. Oh,
Get
no.
Karen on the phone. Someone called Karen. Oh.
Running out of
Pain.
fuel at Sainte-Croix. Hashtag Deeds. Hashtag Deeds Brewery. Hashtag oh my god.
Oh, shouldn't laugh.
And a little bit of a commentary in the chat from my favourite fan, Ms. Deborah Fish. I am so glad that you don't show any bias. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's sarcasm or not, but I will. I'll happily cheer against everybody. So, rightio.
That is brutal.
Wow. Yes. If there's any track on the calendar this year that you do not want to run out of fuel, it is this one. Because it is a stupidly long track.
Look, in terms of where Brocky was at the start of this race, how it is completely 180'd and flipped itself on its head. You cannot script it.
So
I feel really bad for him at the moment, but
hashtag no
you
bias.
just have to pick yourself up.
My boy Lenostus, currently P2, if you don't mind. He does have to pit again, I kind of get the feeling. Mr.
Yes,
Wood.
and Dale, 10.5 seconds behind him. Ricky Bobby, 1.3, but 1 second behind Dale.
Right, so both Lenosis and Ricky Bobby are going to have to pit again, as well as Geesh, who's currently in the lead.
So Ricky Bobby is running home now.
Oh, Okay, so Dale Teeks is also good to go for home as well, right?
Yes.
Right.
But Dale, his front left tyre is it's about 45% worn, so he's got his back against the wall. Ricky Bobby's got a fresh set to send it home.
Right, so Dale Teeks could hold on to a podium finish here, but is going to be under threat by Ricky Bobby.
And Tim DeRags. Tim DeRags has a fresh set.
And
considerably more fuel.
How's Jeesh travelling?
Jeesh is gone. He's beyond the moon. He has
buggered off and he's gone. Rightio, Roger.
Yes.
That. Right.
It is the shame that Brocky's night has occurred this way, that he was battling Jeesh for the lead. Like
100%.
If these two were still battling, it might be a little bit different. Dale might be suitably closer, but it's unfortunate.
I feel like there was some hardware issues going on earlier this evening.
I think so. Along with Alan GTR, who is now ahead of his P11.
Need we mention your boy, who is not present this evening, also?
He we won't talk about him. He's doing. I'm supporting him in his endeavours. Yes. Look, he's doing things that I'm not at the moment. So, cheers to Cody. It'll be good to see him back for next round.
Definitely. Hopefully, we will see Mr. Goatee back on the grid for round 4, as we currently look at Mr. Dale Teeks battling with Ricky Bobby for 2 of the positions on the podium, but I don't think Dale Teeks has the hardware underneath him to fight for that position.
Certainly, if I was Dale, I would be sticking to my guns and driving to the number. I wouldn't be too worried about Ricky Bobby going past. My fight would be with Tim DeRags to try and secure that P3 on the podium. It's going to be a task, let's face it, because Tim's only 3 seconds in arrears. So maybe a lap or 2.
We've got 10 minutes to go, so 5 laps, give or take. 5 laps left in the race. What's the gap between Dale Teeks and Tim DeRags? It's 2.7 seconds.
Yeah,
so
he's taken half a second out in one corner, so I don't like Dale's chances, but boy oh boy, what a strategy. What a call from Dale tonight.
I mean, the one stop to get yourself into the top 5, honestly, that's a absolutely brilliant effort.
I'm going to call it. He's got my vote of the day. The cojones on him to make a call. Go against just about everyone here, aside from the lone Aston Martin and Evolk. What a call. Bold call, and he's played it out magnificently. Well done to him so far tonight.
100%. I'm definitely thinking about throwing a Driver of the Day nomination towards Dale Teeks, because I do love an alternate strategy when it is executed brilliantly, and he has executed it brilliantly. It doesn't matter if it's not the best idea.
Well, as we see, Lenosius go for an inside move on the Sneaky Stevo before the back straight. Sneaky Stevo not get. But Sneaky Stevo's hit the wall. Now opens it up for Captain Muffin. Trundle down the inside. Simply walk by.
Captain Muffin says, "I'll have that, thank you very much. I will go by."
Now, it's important to note Lenosius and Captain Muffin are stand. Lenosius got by Captain Muffin before. Their next target is Thunderarty. He was on a considerably more worn set of racing mediums. Lenosius is on a set of softs. So let's see how this plays out with less than 8 minutes on the clock. It'll be interesting to see if Muffin can keep up with him, and then if the tyres fall off, whether he can capitalise and whether they both can reach Thunderarty for P5.
just quietly, Stinky Stevo, P8, just lurking behind Captain Muffin.
Oh my goodness. As E-Bulk has 360 no scoped. Oh my lord.
Yeah, that's not gone well. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm just gonna kick back to... It's a very lonely drive at the moment for G out on front. He is 20.5 seconds to the good over my boy Ricky Bobby, and I'm just gonna go hashtag all of the bias. He is in P2. He has had an absolutely bloody brilliant drive tonight. He's been very quiet on the team radio. He's not given a whole lot of input into the team room. He's just shown up. He kicked off team chat this afternoon. I popped in, I said hello, I wished him luck. He told me to go get stuffed. And
Tim DeRags, P3. Boom.
Yep, if you don't mind, overtakes Dale Teeks. It kind of sucks when you're on that strategy and you're committed to a number. You kind of just have to... You kind of just gotta move aside and take it.
Look, it's been a bold strategy and it's been a good one here tonight. There's been some big players who have had some rather disappointing races here tonight, some unfortunate ones, but Dale has capitalised. And along with Tim DeRags and Ricky Bobby here, both looking at podiums. %. So let's just jump on board Dale Teeks for a quick lap here at Sainte-Croix, I think. As we see what it's like to drive to a number in the Kraken Esports Mercedes SLS. And he has certainly been driving to that number. His lap times have been a 2:13.8, 13.5, 14 flat, 13.3, 14.7, 13.8, 13.9, 13.3, 14.7. A little bit up and down, but basically within the same 1 second bracket. Like, you can't fault that. And from memory, the guy started P7, and to be finishing in P4, potentially P4 for the race, you really can't fault that. Like, to go +3 running a very different strategy to the other 13 drivers around you. Yeah, you certainly anytime you go full up the grid in terms of finishing position, it's a good day. You can't knock that. Yes, I think P4 is rather cemented. He's got an 8 back to Thunderarty in P5, who is being hunted down by Lenocious. Just quietly, it's about 1 second, and Captain Muffin has fallen off the rears of Lenocious. He's back to 4 seconds. Look, bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how that played out. It's played out beautifully. Fingers crossed the left-hand front can hold on. It's going to be touch and go, but I think he'll be here tonight for a safe P4. And a rather brilliantly driven P4. Military discipline to keep that thing on the track, minimal mistakes, and drive to a number.
100%. Running an alternative strategy and finishing P4 in Category 1A is definitely not to be sneezed at. So, checking in up the front, Geesh is having the time of his life, and he's never felt this way before. Actually, he probably has. He's 21.5 seconds to the good over Mr. Ricky Bobby, my boy, Mr. Shake and Bake. He's in P2. He's 2 seconds up on Tim DeRags, who to be honest, has driven an absolutely bloody sensational race. Like, yeah, can't take any credit away from this guy. He's had an absolutely brilliant drive tonight.
He has had a good race tonight. Him and both Tim Durags as well. They've kept out of trouble, kept their noses clean, and they have capitalised sensationally here tonight.
So you got Tim Durags P3, Dale Teagues P4 on the alternate strategy. Dale Teagues is currently 7.5 seconds up on Artie, who currently has my other boy Lenosis for company. So I would imagine that that P5, P6 position may not be quite settled right now.
It's certainly not settled, but Lenosis has got his back up against the wall. He's soft. He's got a minute and a half on the clock to make it happen, so...
Sorry, did you say Lenosis is on the softs?
He is on a soft tyre. He has been rather in catching Artie, but it is fading quickly.
That is very bold. And Artie's on the medium, I presume.
He is on the medium, and they are both on the exact same amount of fuel.
Rightio.
Oh, both of them.
That was very sketchy.
Both testing the limits of their grip, using all the track ends.
How much grip do we have? Yes.
All of it.
Oh, here we go, the gamesmanship into turn one. Lenosis around the outside. Can he get it done? No, that is lawnmower mode. Don't do it, son. Oh, turn two. Around the outside. Goes again. Nope, no. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Hashtag no bias. Lenosis gets it done. Oh my God. Up into P6, yes! Sorry, Artie, I love you, but oh my God, I'm gonna favour my teammate.
Oh! As we enter the last 10 seconds here of this race, distinct G's on the back straight, 23 seconds to the good.
Oh, there is some gamesmanship here across the bridge. Lenosis and Artie doing a little bit of swervy. Alright, we're checking back in, back up the front. Hey Geesh, could you do us a favour and maybe make the winning margin a little bit less than, 20-something seconds?
He is driven brilliantly here tonight. It's a shame that Brocky has had the unfortunate malware function going on to you tonight. Here he is coming around the... what a drive from the CP Motorsports driver.
100% Geesh. Bloody brilliant. Well done. Absolutely. Oh, there's a yellow flag. As we have a Ricky Bobby. Oh, this is looking very, very tight here. Oh no, it's a yellow flag because it's a Heafy. Ricky Bobby coming around the final turn with the blue wheels, coming down the main straight. Yes, gets it done. P2, come on, son! Yes! Over Tim Durags. Sorry, black light, but yep, you got it done. Mr. Dale Teagues, Mr. One Stop, P4, thank you very much. Lenosis bringing it home with a P5 over P6, Mr. Artie.
Wow.
Holy moly. Captain Muffin, P7, Sneaky Stevo with a P8. Mr. GTR bringing home a P8 after, to be honest, that was a effing disaster early on. So, oh shit, Mr. Swayze U has binned it late in the lap. So, E-Bulk might pin him for a P10 here.
Oh, no, E-Bulk is fighting the fuel man here at the moment. Oh, and the Brev has no front left. It is completely gone.
Oh, Swayze has binned it on the main straight. He's into the wall. Oh, that's not gone well. E-Bulk! E-Bulk has got him! E-Bulk has got our top 10! He has claimed it! Absolutely, yes! Sways has come home P11, P12, Heafy P13. Oh, shit.
The race has gone off!
Oh my god, the race has gone off in the last second.
Ghost, eat your heart out. Just gone.
Hey, Ghost, your race has gone off in the race. My race has gone off in the dying seconds. Far out. Oh my god. Oh, shiver me timbers. All right, let's have a very yes, words are difficult. Let's have a recap of the race results thanks to Adelaide Ceramic Coatings. In P1 with a very well-deserved victory tonight is Mr. G for CP Motorsports. In P1, P2, my boy, Mr. Shake and Bake, Ricky Bobby, yeah, the boys. And bringing home P3 with a very solid effort for Black Rose Racing is Mr. Tim DeRags. P4, Mr. One Stop, Dale Teeks for Kraken Esports, bringing home a very solid drive. My other boy in P5, Mr. Lenosis for APR Motorsports, narrowly pipping the artsy Thunder team owner. Words. Thunder team owner, Mr. Artsy, who... yeah, look, they did convincingly take out a Captain Muffin for Zero Turn Motorsports in P7. Mr. Sneaky Stevo was a little bit sneaky and came home in P8. It was a bit of a disastrous evening from here on down the grid with Mr. GTR for Blacklight Motorsports in P9. Ewok in P10 after... well, it didn't go well on that final part of the lap for him. P11 for the BSR driver of Sways. P12, Mr. Debrev for Zero Turn Motorsports. He actually had a fairly commendable result given that he was a fill-in driver for Team Points tonight. So I will be looking out for him next week. Mr. Heafy for Thunder Esports had a... yeah, look, let's just put that aside as forgettable in P13. And yeah, the BSR team owner, Mr. Brocky, had a night to forget, finishing in P14, but he does pick up the fastest lap with a 2-minute 09.6 lap. So it's been a bit of a shocker of a night for him in terms of overall results, but he does deny somebody that extra point. So definitely worth his while. And ladies and gentlemen, if you could punch in to the chat your driver of the day nominations. Mr. Woody, what are your thoughts?
What a race! Sainte-Croix never disappoints. I love this track, and it puts on such a great field of race. What a race we've had here tonight. Sure, Jeesh has absolutely brained the field, but what drama, what a battle throughout the field. What strategy Dale Teeks and Mr. E-Bulk. What a race. Look, my driver of the day is Dale. Pulled off a bold strategy, Cotton, and absolutely work. Took advantage of the misfortunes and Mr. Borky, and has taken full advantage just off the podium. My man. Shout out to Mr. Ricky Bobby. We called it early on in the race as being the Smoky. He is capitalised. P2. Awesome job, followed by Tim.
Rightio. I am thinking that Mr. Tim DeRags for driver of the day is definitely worthwhile of a nomination. Dale Teeks is an honourable second mention, But Tim Durags, having consolidated himself a third position on the final step of the podium, takes it away from Dale Teeks. If Dale Teeks had have gotten himself onto the podium, 100% he was in with the driver of the day. Yeah, but Tim Durags, driver of the day, 100% perfectly. And firing into the chat, sure, Geesh, absolutely demolished the field, but it was a good race. / Woody, 2026.
No further comment.
Yeah, look, he may have absolutely smashed the field 100%, but you've got to look at the bigger picture. So there was possibly some hardware failures from multiple drivers tonight. So
the race result does not reflect the narrative of the race, as we'll put it.
They were the words I were looking for. So basically what I'm saying is, ladies and gentlemen, tune yourself in for round 4 this season, and I certainly predict that you will, well, you'll have an entertaining night of viewing. I'm not going to guarantee any results. I'm not doing that because, well, as a Sector 1 comms guy, I'm used to the drivers giving me the finger every single time they get the opportunity, so I'm not going to predict a result. But what I can predict is that you will be in for a very entertaining night of racing, which I can also predict will happen next week, as we will have the Category 2A and 2B drivers here at Sainte-Croix next week for their respective short enduro races, which happens to include yours truly, struggling to compete for position in Category 2A. And also will feature your previous race director, Mr. Renegade, in Category 2B. He's looking to have a very solid season so far from what I've seen. So looking forward to a very, very good result from him next week, and if I can finish in the top 10, that would be absolutely amazing. So thank you everybody for tuning in tonight and joining us tonight on the stream. A big thank you to our race directors, Mr. Renegade and Mr. Diswood, for joining us tonight. It has been much appreciated.
Nah, thank you, mate. It's been an awesome call. It's been an awesome race to call with you, and yeah, we'll look forward to future.
Always a pleasure. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, hit that like button, smash the subscribe, and we shall see you next week.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1. We are here tonight for some Category 1 racing action around All Saints Village.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning all. And this is just the beginning. I need a big change, only feels like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things. But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Oh my!
Oh no! No! You can't do that!
Just see that steering wheel again. What that do?
Fuzzy is somehow keeping it on the track surface. The spectacular drive, and he will take his first win in the top flight of Sector 1.